Howdy y'all, TheGooseFathr here. TempoStorm shocked everybody yesterday with the surprise announcement that there was a tournament. 1 day of notice. Everybody scrambled, tons of people participated. It was an absolute blast. We got Waltercoolest himself to agree to do his runs on stream, his tournament performance runs on stream as I cast him. So what you're going to get to watch today is Walter competing in the first ever Bazaar tournament. I will not spoil the entire thing, but Walter is at the absolute least one of the top 10 finalists. So you're about to see absolute peak Bazaar gameplay while being cast by me, while being responded to by some of the funnest chat in the business. So I hope you enjoy it. If you like this kind of content, if you want us to do something like this in the future for future tournaments, let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's jump into the action. So welcome back, everybody. We are about to go live here. I am sitting in the tournament info channel waiting. The tournament begins now. All right, Greg said the tournament begins, so the gun has been fired.
I am muting you, and then I will get into game one. Let's go.
Sounds good. Let me take off my overlay. And we're watching Sir Waltercoolest. Just to make sure Walter can't hear me, and we are not influencing his gameplay, we will do a sound test. Walter, silk is the dumbest item in the game and should be deleted. Okay, no response from Walter. Walter can't hear us. Let's go. So, for those of you that don't know Waltercoolest, he is kind of the streamer, or he's kind of the stream whisperer. He is a background in all of the major streamer chats. Pretty much every big player knows about him, and he's a monster. Pig is actually his least played hero, but he's been pretty Pig dominant a lot lately, so spending a lot of time playing Pig. And that's who he felt most comfortable doing this run. Walter is probably, I would say, hands down the best silk player in the game, so I'm really excited if we could see him silk, and I can kind of comment on the decisions he makes there. But we're gonna see. Hey Sixton, welcome. I have turned off alerts, subs, follows, just because I don't want to disrupt this, and because we're gonna turn this into a video for people to watch later, or so that you all at any point in time can go back and watch the VOD even when it's live. So if the ads do happen to run during action, you have the ability to just pull up the VOD and then continue from there, watch what happened, etc., and not be interrupted. So Walter went fishing for the Fang here. Didn't get it, got the pelt. Isla, Jungle Ruins. Isla to build the board is a pretty obvious option, but going for the loot from Jungle Valley is a big favorite of his, just to get some extra income. There he goes. He found Lumbors. He has in damage combat scaling.
Use it well. Make me proud. Being an elder is just one perspective. Youth has its
Left-handed. Great pickup by Pip. Doesn't have to bother to re-roll. He's gonna check his stash probably. Oh no, he's just gonna go straight for the skills. I think he's comfortable with the items he has on his board already. I love how he didn't have to check what he had to know he had enough to go skill fishing there. I honestly would have had to like religiously check my stash, think about the board space. He does such a good job of keeping a mental of what's in his inventory and what his board's going to look like, even without assembling it. Wrong time to gift 200 subs. What? Yeah, I won't even notice, so it would be the wrong time. Although you would very much help people see the stream should any action happen. So he's up against a Pig, and this is going to be very close. Walter has in combat scaling, but Robe is deeply strong day one. I think he wins here. He's going to have very little damage done to him, and there it is. He's already getting through the shield. So he is set up to win day one. So unfortunate strategy that is just a way that everyone's going to be playing this game today. The tournament rules allow for your best 3 submissions. This means that players, if they are losing pretty badly, can reroll. And so Walter, like probably everybody else, if he starts getting consecutive bad losses in the first couple of hours or first couple of days, probably will abandon the run, start a new run. There is the ability to, but it's strongly frowned upon by TempoStorm, to just do a reroll of your opening start. Walter isn't doing that. As you can see, Walter went for income because he is a big believer in controlling his own destiny, rather than going for luck. So he will not be using that. It's not necessarily an exploit, but it has been announced that it is frowned upon. So you should not do that in your gameplay if you're trying to play ethical. But if you're in a run that's going badly, you're on day 3 or 4 and you want to reroll that, that has been said to be fine and part of the tournament. Walter's going for Claw here. I'm very excited. I really hope he gets it. That would mean he would be very likely to fish for Silk, and we get to see one of the best Silk players in the game do his thing. That's my dream of this whole cast, is being able to watch Walter do that, to be honest with you. Didn't realize the event already started. Hey, Valde, get in there. Get in there and go live. You got 4 hours to get 3 runs. Plenty of time. So, do you think Pig is capable of retaining 20 prestige? I honestly don't. I think that it would be, oh, Walter hits Money Tree here. Also has 2 coins in inventory, but he's going to have to decide what to kill. He's going to kill Boomerang for it. Just keep, because the tree is also going to crap out a coin. He had to make an extra space. Smart play, good stash management. He oversold by 1 so that he could get the extra coin for the income here. And now he has the option to either try to get more damage, try to find a better combat scaler, or fin for the hit points. I'm always curious what he'll do against hit points because he's also really, really good at hit point stacking. One of the biggest strengths of Pig that is underplayed is hit point stacking in the game, and Walter's the one who convinced me how to do that properly. I think he doesn't love his board. He's debating going to Quixel for the upgrade to Premium Piggles, which he hits. This gives him more value and income as a line. And then he has enough money here that he's going to reroll trying to find a damage scaler. He does not find it, so this is probably going to be his board today. Very glad to see we have some casting. Going to make it so much easier to listen. That is the reason why we did this. If I just played the tournament, I wouldn't be able to talk. And I understand I want a stream on in the background to listen to while I'm playing, but I wouldn't be able to look at a stream while I'm playing. So we wanted to make something that you all can have on the side while you're running the tournament or just doing whatever errands you got to do. So yeah, the timing's a little confusing for people. I'm not feeling the concede shenanigans. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have any special tools built for this. Oh, we're up against a Mac here. Let me, so I think our board, yeah, unfortunately, a decent amount of our board power is coming from Shield, which is bad into a Mac matchup. Mac is the worst Pig opponent. This Mac also has the when you heal haste skill. Did not actually have direct healing. It doesn't get charged by regen, I don't think, because it's overheal. Very little poison damage, fortunate, which means that Robe is playing a big role, and it looks like Walter's going to win by virtue of just out shield scaling in the storm, killing the opponent first. It's a decent amount of regen on day 2, honestly, though. This is why most of Walter's damage is being mitigated, but he wins by virtue of Robe. Very exciting. Hey, Fungal Spore. Fungal Spore has a pony in this race. So, all right. Tons of value. You can see that Walter is not selling those coins yet, even though he can. So he has the debate against going for hit points versus building the board. He chose the board because he just does not have good combat scaling or honestly good weapons on that board yet. He's gonna keep being forced to prioritize that. You can see he's selling exactly 1 coin at a time, keeping his stash completely full. Walter's the person who talked me into this type of gameplay. It's about delaying decisions as long as possible. You can get free value out of things just by virtue of like being able to decide later whether or not to do it. He hits a safe, which is huge for Tree. That's just a massive amount of money. So now he has to clear up that stash. He needs 3 spaces available so that he can buy and sell this here. And he oversells by 1. Not needing to level up, so that might have just been to feel comfortable about the stash space. Because he doesn't produce anything during a PvE fight. Money Tree will produce a coin at the end of a PvP combat, so you need to have 1 extra stash space for that. Why didn't he buy dog? Unfortunately, Walter has a predisposition to win the video game. And so there's going to be a lot of very fun decisions that we're not going to see him choose here. I don't think you're going to see a snap buy of the first beehive if he sees it. I don't think you're going to see Bob in this run. We're unfortunately limited by Walter's desire to play well. So bad loot drop there, unfortunate. Again, he's kind of forced to go to Kina to find a scaler. He does find the worst, not the worst scaler. The worst scaler would be Waits, but Ganjo is second. But it just doesn't, he would have to give up decent amount of board power to run that. Decides not to do it. Probably going to pick up this ATM here. Actually, he would have to sell off Tree for it. So he's debating if that's worth it just for the 2 income. Oh no, it's 4. I thought it was silver, sorry. So he could afford that pretty easily.
Use that for the good of all.
What has been the most surprising decision so far? It's not terribly surprising, but watching Walter pass up on chocolate bars, he's going to have to upgrade his combat scaler here because it's the only thing that's adding damage. Unfortunate, like Silver Lumbors is strong, but you'd really like to put that in something better. And then you have to pass the upgrade, or you could go for the upgrade on Money Tree, but he has so much money right now that it doesn't really make sense. He's seeing if he likes his board enough today. He doesn't. So he gets extra value out of selling the coins now. Barcoon, part of why you don't sell anything before you have to is because there's things like vendor preferences that'll give you extra money. He's debating the 4 reroll, which would force a Tree if he sees something on the other side. He's also debating if he's going to pre-sell any of these bronze smalls that aren't particularly strong. I honestly think I would take the reroll here. He has a lot of money in Tree, and he just needs a much better damage scaler. He's showing us right now that he is able to scale 3 shield and 3 damage if he hits Showcase on the other side. So he was selling the things that he could afford to get rid of while still running Showcase. He also did grab Ganjo as the backup scaler because he wasn't sure he's going to hit Showcase. He's putting it on. Ganjo on Premium Piggles is a busted combo. Premium Piggles is so strong. Takes scaling and multiplies it. So now we're expecting, Walter was up in the 70 to 80% win rate range. I feel like this board is starting to fall off because he doesn't have enough scaling and not enough damage converting the scaling coming off of Lumbors. He's probably in the 60 to 70 range against anyone but Mac, but because so much of his power comes from shield and Mac gets to get under it, I would put him at about probably 40. He's probably unfavored in a regular Mac matchup. This is the demonstration of why. He has tons of damage, near kills him. Mac is back to complete full health. You just can't punch through the regen without enough damage scaling. That's a really unfortunate matchup. That's just pig into Mac in the early game. This is what it looks like. So unfortunately has to go to Isla. This is not the vendor you want to see right now. Getting really unlucky, not seeing any combat scalers. Nothing there makes sense. Looks like he's picking up a little bit of speed. Might be nervous. He could go to Aerodome and buy the ticket, or he could go to middle for something like Showcase. This is a very hard choice, honestly, because he has enough money to do it and still be buying. Yeah, I'm a little desperate to get the board online. All right, there's a piece of the combo. First piece of assembling Exodia if he decides to go for the shield weapons line in display case. Or he could go for luxury kiosk. With one property on board, you already are going to get immediate value out of buying kiosks. You bought kiosk, sold tree to get the value. Unfortunately, we see that he has cargo shorts, which if that tree was still in his stash, could have counted as one more property that gets sold and gives him free value on his kiosk. But obviously he couldn't fit the purchase and the reroll without it. So he's gonna start value scaling on his board. Display case, unfortunately, is just a dead card, so he can't run it in the PvP fights until he has items, and usually a couple fast items that are over 10 value, so add 11 value. But in the PvE fights, you're going to see him cheese out as much value as he could get on items, either to set them up so that they can run in a possible display case Wrist Warrior combo, or he's doing it just to put value on items he thinks he might be able to get rid of. We don't know if that display case or if that kiosk is a real hedge or just a value proposition. It is actually both. It's functioning just to, it got him free value off the tree. He'll hold it to get free value off any other properties that make sense to cycle. And then the advantage of that is he has one more line to go to if he keeps getting screwed here and doesn't get any scalers. Curio's great, but really bad when you don't actually have a damage scaler on your board. And this is a pretty hard whiff. No Fang here. Going for the reroll. There we go. He got Fang at least. He also, because he has display case, might consider doing Chariot here. You might see Walter buy Bar of Gold and do absolutely nothing with it because Bar of Gold has 0 opportunity cost. It's just a free item. If he doesn't buy it, this would be the most surprising thing Walter does, to be honest with you, because he is a big fan of no opportunity cost cards. It just creates free cycling and he's making some space. I think he's okay, getting flat damage from Exo. Takes Bar of Gold. There we go. Okay. I would have been shocked if he didn't do that. It's free EV. Puts the right-handed out. Gonna start shuffling around his board to make better use of it. You could either put it on Fang or put it on Ring King. It's gonna have to take this. Okay. What Walter believes is the best item in the game just showed up on the board, and what I believe is too. Signet Ring. This is a spicy one. Most people deeply undervalue that item. He's gonna sell kiosk here, and I'm not sure why. He does not have a need to generate any income or value before the fight right now. There's no purchase available on the screen. He has Piggles, which was going to create one item in the stash space. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I misread. So he has Piggles and Cash Register. He's going to generate 3 items after the PvP fight. He had to get rid of Kiosk to make sense, to make space to catch all of the generators. He is currently debating between whether to run the Piggle or the Tuskhound. This is basically just whether he thinks a tiny bit more damage or a tiny bit more shield is going to save him. In the Vanessa fight, he opts for shields, which is probably correct.
My fight isn't with you.
Snazzer's also a huge Signet Ring player. It is generally the best, honestly, one of the best items in the game. Think of it this way. If you have learned the power of chocolate bars, of just having a little bit more hit points than your opponent, and oof,
My ship red.
super fast face rush Vanessa with extra ammo on the Shuriken and right-handed, that's brutal board. He's got 2 really unfortunate matchups, honestly 3, but he managed to pull one of them out. So, and has not found a combat scaler. I honestly wonder if you'd be considering Exiting the run. Ah, we see the silk, golden silk, no less. Unfortunately, it is it can be used as a bit of a loop to get you value from selling things. He's gonna do that because at bronze would be the best version of that. Or actually no, it doesn't cost him money anyway. But he just gets one free value on everything he sells right now. So he's just got a chunky loop sitting in the stash. It also works on medium items though, which is really nice. It just does not work on weapons. It's a very weird. He's debating getting rid of register to make space. Not sure he has to yet. Grabs rewards card. Still nothing that creates combat value here. I'm wondering why he's showing us he wants to get rid of that. So he gets rid of register so he can make space for the purchase. Gotcha. So he can make space for the purchase of ATM and just get some free income. The question is he going to run display case to build some value or just run the best board possible so he can take trash down? He can definitely take trash down. Without it, he's seeing if he could take it with it. Again, it's just a dead card on his board right now. But honestly, I think with Robe, he's going to have enough defensive layers. He has enough damage scaling. It's just a little slow. I think he's fine here. I think he knows he's fine here. He flicks the cards while he decides. I think he's showing us. I think he knows that there's an audience, and so he's trying to communicate things with some of these card flicking. But to go back to what I was saying, if you think chocolate bars are powerful, like a chocolate bar encounter, you'll often see good players skip like a shop that has a chance at an upgrade. Not a targeted shop with a really good chance of the specific thing you need, but like a JJ or something like that all the time. They will always skip those for chocolate bars because even if they don't have any money, just because of the power of that 50 hit points. A signet ring is a free chocolate bar encounter every single day. Plus one extra chocolate bar, so you get a whole free encounters worth of value out of it, plus an extra 10 hit points. Right, it is cracked. It is unbelievably important for Pig. It sets you up to win the races because you have you basically have extra time. That hit point advantage gives you more time for your combo or your damage to pull off. Oh, lemonade stand. If anyone in the game knows the value of this card, it's Waltercoolest. So what he is doing now, and this is actually really fun, he is getting an absolute train wreck of shops.
What the fuck, chat?
Absolute train wreck of shops.
Does Yo-Yo not exist?
In terms of finding items that can do anything. But is getting the items he can do to start building up passive damage, passive hit points. So if he does ever get a board that comes together, if he does ever find an item that can kind of make sense of his damage or that he can pivot into, he will at least be, beefy and strong at that point. We'll see. I honestly think
can't keep all this stuff.
Let's see what he's thinking.
I think this
is he thinking of Lion Cane just for the hit points? No, he's going for Boomerang. Okay. Lion Cane is also another hit point play, but he's grabbing Boomerang, which turns into an income line. It builds cooldown reduction, sometimes XP. Also, one of Pig's power. Most of Pig's most powerful items happen in the stash or off screen in the PvE fights. Love Lemonade Sand. Yeah, it's one of the coolest cards there is, honestly. Yeah, again, he's forced to pass chocolate bars while having Lemonade Stand, which sucks, but it's just anything for something that makes sense. He's pausing at this matchbox. He's grabbing the he's cycling for the matchbox. That makes sense. All small bronzes right now are pretty easily inside of his range. I think he might even be debating cycling that speedrunner for the hit points. He gets 20 free. It only cost him 1 because of his silk. I actually think that's the play here. Is he winning? Unfortunately, Walter has not gotten any. He's running Lumbors as his only damage scaler. He's unfortunately not winning. He's had some pretty awful luck in terms of finding something that'll make sense of his board. I think he's just staring into the stash, doing the calculation to make sure he has enough space. He doesn't really produce anything now, so he doesn't need to make stash space for that. He is no, Ring King next to Robe was correct. Bit of a misplay here. His Lumbors are slower than his Ring King is. Oh no, never mind, sorry. He decided to utilize the damage from left-handed over getting a little bit more shield by putting the faster item next to Robe. So sorry about that. Not a misplay at all. Just a calculated choice, deciding if he feels like he's gonna need more damage or more shield against Pig. Doesn't matter. This person has a completely put together freeze board day 5 fiery enchant on a ladle with Auradome. Oh, the final flame skill. Jesus Christ, the board of that opponent. Day 5. That might not have looked like much because it's slow and scaling, but that is an obscene mid-range board. Walter's debating. Can't go the freeze line. Has to snap this bad blocker. Gonna have to start putting together the bad blocker combo. Honestly, if I were Walter here, I'd be considering just abandoning the run and trying to get another one in right now. This is just obscenely bad luck, and turning this into a 10 winner is looking pretty bleak. He's looking at safe for the hit points for Lemonade Stand. It actually also pays him money because he has that silk. He's gonna chuck Robe and just trust that he's gonna come back and get something better. Also got rid of yeah, this is the point where he understands his board's not winning, so he's okay just losing damage on his board to go for power. He just saw sponsored apparel, which is huge, throws away display case. Complete redundancy in those two items in terms of how they play on your board, with the exception of the fact that display case has the requirement that everything gets to the 11 value range before any of your items swinging gives you shield, whereas sponsored apparel will give you that value no matter what item is on your board and no matter what their value are. Sponsored apparel turns every single item on your board into having a shield enchant. You get shield for everything. As soon as he finds Wrist Warrior, that becomes a semi-decent build, and then if he gets a skill like Sharp Corners, he's then transitioning into one of the best items in the game. Now, he's still 2 items away from kind of building up that combo. He also will eventually need to find Yo-Yo. Pig is very strong because when you get that board together, it can play to the very end, but is not particularly strong for this challenge, for the very reason that, like, every single time you lose a fight, you're losing prestige that other people submitting their runs might not have lost. And this specific board, while incredibly strong and pretty not the board we're looking at, but the board he's aiming for, while incredibly strong and eventually consistent to put together, has a lot of runs like this where you are deeply behind in the mid game. Oh, wow. Wow, Walter finishes the fight. Both him and the monster die at the same moment. Dealer wins in a push, so handshakes all around. Both sides would win if this were up against the ghost. That was incredibly close. That monster does an obscene amount of damage. I think when they buffed some of the items up to gold, like these death caps. So Walter took the death caps. Death caps, interestingly, when you re-roll them, keep the enchant, or am I thinking of Nightshade? Sorry, I might be thinking of the wrong item. But anyway, he grabs it to re-roll the large or the medium gold, see if he couldn't get something like a showcase there. Ends up in a complete whiff. Got a dead item in, I can't tell if that was closed sign or open sign, because he's starting to move quickly, because I think he's starting to decide if he doesn't win this fight today, he's just gonna have to bounce on the
Shot, I gotta be real with you, I'm a little upset with my shop luck this game.
Yeah, so are we, my friends, so are we. Yeah.
It's like,
so sorry, I'm pulling up.
Only show me piss items. Oh.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so he knew Prospero did not have an activator that was going to have to happen here. So he skips, again, Prospero just for the medium item, just for the possible chance of getting a showcase or some kind of in-combat damage scaler. Has not seen one in all the shops in 6 days. This is one of the least lucky runs that I have seen. Deeply unfortunate in tournament play. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that he hasn't conceded yet and gone for the reroll. I know he's very against that, but it is the format of the tournament. It is just probably the best way to win, especially on Pig, where getting 3 runs in is no joke difficult to do in 4 hours. You're not going to get a 4th run in, but you have enough time here, still day 6, to probably get 3 runs if you do the reroll or if you do the concede now. So I apologize that I know I'm missing a lot of chat. Mazmundi, no, I don't have a commentator background. I'm glad it doesn't terribly suck. The background squealing cat, if you can hear it. I don't think we heard it, or I didn't hear it, but I'm a little captivated by the luck here. This would just be a hard concede for me. Honestly, if Walter stays in this, I would be shocked. Yeah. Just can't beat even a plain old showcase board because he has not gotten any damage scaling. He could luck into a sharp corners. He could turn this into a 10-win runner if he gets luck on the level up skill here. Got yo-yo, so that's a big deal. But honestly, like being down, like he's got to go all the way until day 15 right now. Probably going to get rid of Lumbors. Wondering why he didn't go like the toy route. Now he's debating. There's not a lot of rare relics that actually play into this board. He went to go yo-yo fishing. There was nothing there. He's not going to sacrifice all of this hedge material for the chocolate bars. And so being so stash constrained right now, because he has to run in like 3 or 4 different directions in order to be able to move into whatever he finds, passed on the chocolate bars, the best option then, because Antiquarian doesn't really have a lot of good items for Pig, and has about 80 items, very, very broad pool. Oh, he's debating if he can even beat, win the monster fight here against Thug. I don't think he can. He's just going to have to go for Suds. The good thing about Suds is the skill can put some flat value on your fastest swinging item. Unfortunately, he's got his silver on right-handed, but he can still move his Ring King over to get more value, which gives him more shield. It's not going to make up for anything. He's still, I honestly think, you get the level up, you get sharp corners, or you concede the run. The other thing, of course, is Rivet Gun is a hedge into a lot of different cheeky lines if you end up getting a yo-yo speed combo up and running, but you can only run so much hedge when you don't even have like a main line on day 7, right? It's gonna shield up on sponsored apparel because that's gonna shield every time he swings. He's gonna see if he can make enough space for this. He's just gonna pass. Yep, decides the money isn't worth messing with this thing. He got Fortis. He's gonna re-roll. There it is, sharp corners. He has a build. Now he's very, very late. He's still missing a lot of items. Oh, what a pickup. He hits model ship, which means his yo-yo suddenly gets multicast. He's also going to be able to run his Piggle launcher on the other side. He does not have a lot of small, fast active items at the moment. Only bad blocker is up into the 11 value range. So while he has bad blocker, it only has a multicast of 2 right now. So he's going to come from pretty far behind, but every single item that swings is going to create shield out of sponsored apparel. And every single time he gets any shield activation, he gets damage. He gets, I believe at gold, it's 6 damage out of sharp corners. So that is his new damage scaler. That is the weirdness of this build, that you actually do not need an item on your board to run as a damage scaler if you happen to hit this combo. He finally does. Looks like he's gonna cheek out the run again. still a really tough run. He has to go to day 15. He only has 1 loss in the bank. So this is, and he's debating if he wants to go for that, if he wants to go for the extra hit point line, because he knows he has to go long in grabbing the Pig's Gym. Another one of the best, like meta scalers in the game to scale, but he's already sitting on a gold lemonade stand and a signet ring. There's just no space and no reason. He's got enough hit point stacking. Up against Mac, again, terrible matchup for Pig. He keeps getting Mac into that crazy cracked Vanessa that we saw. I think he's built okay here. Day 7, I unfortunately
I don't think I have to concede if I win this because of corners, but maybe I lose this fight.
Yeah. So Walter is thinking about the concede. Wins the fight. Oh no, the regen kicked in. He didn't. Oh, comes down. I think that's it. I think there's no way that you can come back from this. That was a very close fight. He looks at the enchant.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, those suck. Yeah. What you would do there probably is take the radiant and put it on your bad blocker as just a deeply unfortunate run. I honestly think he stayed in there a little longer than I would have. I'm sorry, I don't know if I missed the ad break. Were there ads that went? I'm so sorry. I was so locked into the session that I'm not sure if I had ads going during live there. I really apologize. Or at least didn't call it out. No ads. That's super weird. Now it's saying the next ads don't run for an hour, so I don't know what happened, but fantastic. That's good on us. Okay, so we're starting over. Round 1, sees Ring King, gets rewards card in the opening act. Pretty good. He's probably going to go for, he's seeing if he has enough damage. He does not have enough damage to beat Viper to go for the Fang. I actually think, doing the math, yeah, nope, he loses the Viper fight. He did that math very fast. Knows that he has to go the Fang Dinlet so that the poison doesn't kick his butt here. So, resetting. This is the hardest part of any tournament, right? Resetting your mental. You just had a deep amount of bad luck. You got to start over. You know time is a factor. He's 36 minutes into the tournament, so he's down to an hour and 24. Or sorry, 3 hours and 24 to get in 3 runs on Pig, which is not hard. He's gonna snap grab. Oh, he's grabbing a couple of things here. So he grabs Spike Shields as a hedge into the Silk line if that's available. Grabbing rear shielding is a skill because he doesn't want to waste money on the reroll because he knows he has to buy at his next shop. Looking for showcase, doesn't find it. Normally would, yeah, he's debating if he, yep. Super interesting line. Buys and sells a briefcase just because there's no reason not to. If he didn't see anything on the other side of the board that he was going to run today, then he would just be able to hold those 2 coins as possible leverage for a future money tree or a Barcoon or a Valpak. And then if he has to sell them right away, he has to sell them right away. So absolutely no loss. These are the tiny little plays that someone like Walter does that set him apart from like your average player, which is you knew you were doing that reroll. You knew you were likely to need that 4 gold. You probably just rerolled. Walter knew he could buy, sell, do the reroll, and at least leave here with 2 coins. He's debating, I think he's debating either Ganjo or the Pigglestorm, probably just Ganjo here. Pigglestorm without a value scaler is not super strong. Those 2 together are very strong. Yeah, he goes for the Ganjo. He's not going to go into day 1 without a combat scaler again. I think I think he feels a little burned by that. So he sold off, was able to get the Ganjo, getting ready for the fight. He's up against a Pig. Actually didn't realize I was subbed, so I don't know if any ad ran. Okay, that's fair. All right, Pig matchup. A bit of a paid actor here, got pretty lucky. A lot of
I won a round.
points. Yeah. a lot of hit points in that they got one of the better pig skills in the game, which is Healthy Hoarder. In terms of your early game, you could just stack your board with a bunch of coins, and anyone who doesn't have combat scaling day one might still lose to just that. Otherwise, he's doing a hot lot of nothing here. This is one of those things where he probably sold his soul to get that showcase at the very end. Got a shiny marbles, upgraded the marbles, dumped a lot of his money into it, and then saw the showcase, just decided to lose today so that he could have an in-combat damage scaler and have a chance tomorrow, because we just saw what a game looks like if you don't get those early. We get middle, which is a bit of a break. He really wants showcase today, and he gets to fish for it. He gets robe. That's still going to be a pretty good pickup for the next 2 days. Again, cycles the briefcase because there's absolutely no reason not to. Gets 2 free coins available. Converts his money into tokens that now can make more money based on the other items he might have future access to. It's just correct play. It's a kind of correct play people don't always think about. Debating the role for JJ here. He has more. I'm not sure I would do this, to be honest with you, and he's thinking long and hard about it. I think this is a hard call. He has many more shops in front of him. He would have to sell off a lot of hedges if he did hit something on the other side. So he's going to see some good cards on the other side and still decide not to buy them. So this is only good if he hits something worth selling off for. He did. Just the upgrade to Ring King here is worth getting rid of the coin. It's a little, you know, it costs 4 for that Ring King upgrade with the reroll, so not exactly what he was hoping. He has Spike Shield. He gets the upgrade tomorrow when he gets the level up, so he still has 2 days, about 1.5 days to find Silk. If he gets Crusher Claw here, he has the double combat damage conversion for Silk and would be really in line to do it. I'm so hopeful for this because I deeply want to cast Walter doing a Silk line. Hand to God, in my opinion, the best Silk player in the game. I only play a manageable Silk because Walter's in my chat all the time teaching me how to do this. So let's see if he gets this. Come on, game. Let me cast a Silk game. Give us Claw. There it is. All right, now all we need is the namesake itself. Andy's not going to give it to us. He still has to worry about what today's board looks like either way, even if he manages to find it. Should be putting... Nope, he's going for the income, so he didn't need to set value. He's going to have to clear space for those coins, and those coins set him up, if he does find Silk, to have some early cycling. Needs to decide what his board looks like. He's going to put Crusher at 120 because he wants to hedge. Okay, no, he's not deciding on that as a permanent line. Kina could have it. Doesn't on the first board. Rerolls for the second. Showcase. Well, now the question is, how does he fit? Oh, he sold. I am deeply curious about that, actually. He sold bow. He has to be scaling damage on weapons right now because he doesn't have enough shield items for showcase to be proccing on shield. And bow would have gotten basically 3 times the damage scaling because it gets to swing 3 times from that. So I personally would have ran Jabalian bow here, and I would have gotten rid of my Gonjo. Now, Gonjo does play later on a Silk board, so he's hedging a little hard into Silk. It does mean that his day 3-4 Silk board will be stronger versus like holding both for today's fight. But I think he sacrificed a little bit of power today for that move. I'm not entirely sure I would do that. Broccoli soup. Now, Walter is unfortunately at the point that he's going to be up against ghosts that did do the hard concede reroll. So expect to maybe see in these early fights a higher chance of a good enchanted item start on the opponent board. The very first run that he did, there's less likelihood that the ghosts in the pool were going to have a lot of those. But right now, everyone's who's playing the tournament Some percentage of those people are probably doing the gimmick, and so expect to have higher, really hard enchanted enemy starts right now. So your days 1, 2, and 3 are a little spicier than normal. This looks like someone who had an ethical board. They went for the enchanted start, but that's a pretty normative enchanted start that they went for. All right, we got Kina, one of the better people to find silk at. Still day 3, so still more bronze items than not, which means a higher chance. Beautiful move here. He just cycles the rewards card to free up some capital, keeps the power of rewards card on the board, but doesn't knows that he's more likely to need to spend it soon than he is going to be able to recoup the value out of a silver card. So he just capitalizes by selling and buying the new one. You love when you're silk fishing to find curio, but not after you got claw. So I think the only good things that he would maybe be looking for here is egg, or knee brace. It's still early enough for knee brace. I would not re-roll here, and I don't think he's looking to. He is looking to keep his board completely stocked of fodder, just in case he does hit silk, but he only has one more shop to hit it. He's gonna have to start pivoting back into the weapons line, into the showcase line, and set himself up for other options. If he does not hit silk here in the next shop, he's gonna get his upgrade. It's gonna have to go on showcase instead of silk, and unless he happens to find silk in the next 2 hours at silver, the dreams of a silk run are kind of abandoned. So a lot of hedging into that line because the line is so powerful, but he does still have to see it. Goes for Etherite because Etherite's pretty much the mandated fight here. Little too easy of a monster, unfortunately. Has ticket and has the haste skill, which is just one of the strongest ones for this.
Of course.
He sees it.
Of course.
Another hedge into the silk line that he
so
cannot
sense,
guarantee. He's just gonna trade it for
logical.
Spike Shield. Spike Shield or Force Field, just a better version of the line, but he knows he's not going to find it. He'd have to find it right here at Quixel. Probably needs to consider those Lumbors because he knows he's not, and the Signet Ring. Doesn't do it. Okay, he is going to grab that kiosk at silver. It's going to give him value as soon as he has to move out of the showcase.
Is this game even a little bit real? Like, this was...
I think he's in a decent place here. I think he's probably still a little tilted from how unlucky he got last run. He didn't get silk, the thing he wanted to hedge for, and he's got the best hedges in the game for it, and that's frustrating. But I don't think he's in a bad position. He gets to upgrade his showcase here. He gets to possibly run force field if he gets a small shield item, and then he has silver showcase scaling weapons and
cursed.
shield.
It's so fucking cursed, actually.
Yeah, I think honestly this sounds like tilt to me out of Walter. I think he's in a good spot.
I would spar with you, but
That is a bad boarded Isla. There we go. Piggle's Storm can come in place. He could trade out one of his smalls if he wants to here for Piggle Storm. It's not going to move very much, but it means he scales both shield and weapons.
I mean, that doesn't work either.
This is more damage, but that would be more defensive layer. He's debating it right now, but moving Fang off your board feels bad. Okay, he's gonna go for Piggle Storm, but he's not gonna run the shield scaling. Is that what's happening? I think it's an easy grab here, but I do think that he's debating what the future board is.
Am I missing something?
I don't think Claw can play on your board, honestly, right now. I would probably drop something like Ring King and go for the shield and the damage scaling. It depends on your opponent.
Exactly.
Depends on your opponent. Against a Mac, you
Here
have to have
tomorrow,
damage.
And it's probably still fine. Like,
He's still hedging for silk. Still hedging for silk.
That doesn't do anything.
So he can grab this line either way. He doesn't have. I guess he's thinking about the coins that come out.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
Oh, he's gonna just go for the small weapon and not Piggle Storm. That's interesting. I think he's overvaluing the silk hedge at this point. I would I mean, he can hit it at silver, but if he hits it at bronze, still about feels like a 50-50. We don't know the numbers. Feels maybe it's only like a 30 or 40% chance if he sees silk, which we don't even know if he will, for it to still be bronze and be unplayable. To me, that's a little risky to be hedging for that line. He has a silver showcase. He has decent weapons on his board.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let chat tilt me. Trust. I'm not tilted. I just feel like my chops have been a little below average.
That's definitely true. So he's into double shield scaling here. Shield scaling on this yo-yo that seems, or slingshot that seems to never run out of ammo because he's got a full board of toys. And then a golden piggle shield scaling on the protector. But he is doing damage scaling. Almost always the better option on pig early. Doing the hybrid is obviously both, but this person is having to use piggles as their only scaler, which is a little rough. They still got some great items with the shielded slingshot is pretty strong. But Walter's showcase damage scaling was enough here. Bad shop again. You don't want to see Curio right now. Grabbing Gearnola just for the cycling. Oof, Andy is a bad shop.
God,
I expect
man.
him to go Aerodome and reroll. I don't know about the ticket. I think you Quixel or you reroll the vendor here. Quixel is a pretty decent chance at a medium.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant.
There it. Oh,
Of
that's
course.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He hit it, but it's bronze. You cannot play that.
I literally can't buy it at bronze though, right? Like,
Nope.
well,
The dream of finding it
I
again.
have until here to get B1, B2.
Oh, that is a call. If he's gonna do that, he's gonna sell the
Okay.
Gearnola and then probably put
Maybe I
the
can.
Very big though, right?
maybe just get rid of the coin, or maybe I was just gonna say put the crit chance.
Boring sound.
Go for the silk. Now the other thing you want to do maybe is grab those piggles because you're going to be able to generate more tokens that you can cycle. But again, you're just further hedging and locking yourself into the hedge line. The more your stash is constrained with stuff that you can't like put weapons into, the more you can't pivot out of this if you don't hit the silk. It's a very hard choice. Raresh just submitted a 10 with 19 prestige. Raresh is a monster. Raresh is a monster. Robe here, you can beat Flame Juggler
Here.
if you had more damage. His damage is a little weak, so he's just gonna go for Raider. This is the highest EV in terms of money.
I mean, I don't agree that it's fine.
So unbelievably gigabusted. Yeah, no, that's a bad take, Hutty. You cannot. The scaling is terrible on a bronze silk. You cannot get that item into one shot range, even with the double conversion and the best two.
I think maybe
conversion.
it can work out in this game, but I think like winning 1, 2, 3 is like quite blessed given the situation.
Yeah. He knows he might be able to like
Sure, actually
come from behind with it, but it's not going to keep on tempo. All right, Kina again. There it is. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we are in business.
We have it. We get to watch a Waltercoolest Silk
It's just
Cycle
that shrimple.
gameplay. He is up. He is currently 3-0. Silk is bad for the next 2 days until he gets to get some stack on it. This is actually really far behind. Ideally, you would be days 3, 4, and 5. You would have enough value on your silk to match your day. So you should be at about 400 right now to really be on par. He does have double damage conversion, which makes up for that a little bit. He might not even run silk here. I wouldn't. I would just run force field in place. He is going to run force field. No, that's not correct. That is not correct. I mean, it might be. We don't know what if he hits gumballs here, then it does become right. Deciding if he wants to shield scale entirely. Again, I think Robe is getting fast enough casting. You could put it in between. He's also debating Belt because Belt is really strong on a later Silk board.
I think this is better with the ammo.
Yeah, but I would grab that as a hedge into a
I
future
want
line.
this too, but it's too much stash space, I think.
Yeah. So he knows he has to keep stash around for his cycling because that's where all of his power comes from. So he's deciding against the Belt hedge just so that he's going to get both the coins out of the cash register for tomorrow. And so he's just going to go the shield scaling route and hope Force Field picks up the game. Honestly, it's fine to drop today.
Maybe someday we'll teach each other.
There we go. Reserve shield's huge. You get a bunch more shielding as soon as you pop your Force Field for the first time. And then he gets chocolate bars. So a good amount of catch up here in a very little amount of time. Decisively gets rid of Robe. Pays the extra money for the extra hit points. He knows he needs to buy time for his Silk combo to go off in the late game. So you're going to watch Walter start doing the best hit point stacking run you've seen in a long time. Got Signet already in the stash. Today's really rough against Vanessa, not who you want to see. You were hoping that you could mid-range against somebody and not someone that's going to get under you. Full border red, that looks dreadful. Again, a setup Shuriken, not extra ammo.
Yeah,
doesn't look like there's weapon damage on it.
Oh, wait, he has no damage scaling?
He
Just
has
kidding,
no
we win.
damage scaling. Yep. Actually, not enough to get through Walter's shield. Actually, Walter's board is playing stronger than I thought.
Just kidding, yeah. He has no damage, actually. All right.
Bring her about.
Whatever.
I've got
Walter and
enough.
I
You take
realized
those?
late. Yeah, you see that board of red on Silk this early, you're usually a little terrified. Luckily, there's no damage conversion, so walking away 4-0 right now. This is huge. This is very big. Sees middle, best encounter. Walter will actually pass something like chocolate bars for middle. There you go. You get to cycle the briefcase.
B pivot?
I would be pivot. He knows I would. Not because it's good, but because it's
Stan
funny.
Beeman?
Debating the
Is
showcase.
this worth? No.
Yeah, probably wouldn't go for that either. You're not going to run showcase very long. You can see he
value
held
pack?
the coins for Val or for Barcoon. The new ones he got don't play on Val, but they play on Barcoon. Again, the
worth it?
game
Is
wants
this
him to
worth
do
it?
it. I would probably
card
go
good?
spiked right now. It's just better than what you don't have, but it is an opportunity cost in money.
Show me a silver one on the other side. No, this is good though.
Decides to get rid of the rewards card because it's bronze and Val's going to pay him extra.
5
Does it
or 9?
before the reroll so he can maybe get the silver. Not lucky there, but a smart play.
Crit chance?
Can we make this quick?
Going for the crit chance. Also, this is cheeky and probably not important, but the reload skill. He does have an ammo item on his board. Showcase Claw Silk is just GG. It's strong enough early and scales out of control in no time. I don't know, Hunty. I think you got to play it right. Yeah, it is one of our better lines right now. But if you get it and you are
Beautiful.
this ahead, yes. But look at
Amazing
his
skill.
Silk. We're only at 254. Walter is still deeply behind the day in cycling because he didn't get it until day 4. By day 6, you want to start getting up into the like 800 or 900
Yeah.
range. Or you want to have gotten to gold so that you can catch up.
That
He's
was int, by the way. That was a big
kind of
mistake.
only staying in here
No
because
punish.
he has double damage conversion and a little bit extra shield scaling in showcase, but it will fall off if he doesn't get that number up. Looking for Lion King
Very
for the
early
hit
for
points.
this, but
I don't think you
All our
can.
stash slots are
Yeah.
spoken for.
Unfortunately, he has 5 tokens a day coming. Not unfortunately, it's great on Silk. You want to be in this case. He gets 5 tokens a day popping out, but it does mean you can't run other value hedges like Lemonade Stand or Lion King.
Okay.
Up
This
against
person
a flat
has
damage board.
some damage scaling at least.
Again, I think he's pretty strong here.
They're out of bullets.
Yeah.
We emerge victorious.
Walter can just do the cast from here. All right, we are 5-0. So far, a perfect run. Now, one of the other problems with playing Silk, not if you can tempo out a perfect win, but generally speaking, oh, we got the skill vendor, and he gets augmented defenses.
Okay.
Okay, every time he cycles a token,
It's
he
just that Shrimple.
Oh,
It's Shrimple to rock around. That's right, on time. It's Shrimple. It's Shrimple. It's Shrimple to rock around. That's right, on time. It's Shrimple.
you might notice
It's
Walter
Shrimple,
got a little
Shrimple,
excited
Shrimple,
at that
Shrimple.
upgrade. Walter hits.
We don't have textiles.
The upgrade
so
from
we do not
silver to
fight
gold
you.
on his Silk on day 6.
Fight.
His
the
Silk is
foreman.
way behind, but not for long. He knows that that means he's going to get easily up into the one-shot range on pace. Now, Walter is one of the people who describes Silk in terms of time. A Silk board is about being able to kill your opponent in 2 swings in the mid game. So this means between days 3 and 8, you need to kill them inside of 2 activations. In the late game, from days 9 to 11, 12-ish, you
That
need to
is
be
a
able to
card,
one-shot
actually.
your
Hold
opponent.
up.
You only get 1 swing to kill them.
Actually,
And then in
why?
Twilight, days 12 plus, you have half of 1 cast to kill your opponent. So you have to solve your
19.
speed problem and figure out either how you're going to one-shot them in half of the time of a normal, like Spike Shield or Claw Swing.
This is really
or-
good too. But
Yeah, defense grid is huge because it plays into his
with Cog at 4 seconds,
force field.
this is
Absolutely. And so in the very late game, if you have to run long on this board, oh my gosh, upgrade gets,
That's so
The
weird. It's
shield
so expensive.
enchant.
I'm gonna do it. It's so weird. I love it.
which means 2 of the items that pop out of this are going to
Actually,
give
let's-
extra shield value.
Let's agree to buy sell first.
Notices he can cycle if he does so before buying. Oh, this is a very cool board. I'll talk more about that later, but we're gonna see. Now, Silk is the best line against Mac. Actually,
I briefed my showcase, huh? I don't have any shield scaling.
Oh no!
I don't think it's gonna matter.
It doesn't matter, but it does mean that that's just a dead item on his board, and he probably could have found something better to go there if he thought about it. Mac is very, very hard against, mainly because all the regen and all the poison that Mac can do to get under a lot of our lines. But if you one-shot Mac, you kind of solve the problem. So Silk is one of the few lines that kind of trivializes our
Find
worst
something else to
matchup.
do with this.
And that was
You're
just not a
COD
well put
gamers
together
now. We don't
opponent.
care about scaling.
Kills the showcase because he knows it's dead and might as well just like play his board as it is and figure it out
Okay,
later.
so this works like yeah.
Yep.
So you're
So-
shielded.
These shield items, so Truffles feels a little confusing.
Okay, I don't
It
know
is
what
going to
do
drop the value on your leftmost item, but a shielded Truffles will still drop the shield on your leftmost shield item. So you don't have to put the value on Silk in order to get the shield on Silk.
Pass. I don't really care about Andy. Bounce or Tron.
He's going to go for the fight, and he only is
Maybe
kind
you're
of
hard?
bad cycling.
Hard?
Deciding where he wants to put his haste. So this doesn't matter in this fight, but Walter just likes building the best possible board that you can build. So he puts an item on there because it can catch slow.
Is it true? Is my cloud insufficient? Is that
Walter's about to show how much cloud he has right here. Force field to the dome. Oh, the damage came in right to mitigate it. Has to unfortunately kill the monster with the giant crusher claw. He is just past the threshold where his shield scaling is higher than his level. So he's at 837 on day 7. You want to be there on day 6, but a lot of the time you won't actually get your Silk upgraded until 8, 9, etc. So he has done a lot of catching up and he's about to turn the corner. He's still in that
maybe I
swing
inexplicably
game.
lose this guy? I don't think so. I think should be easy.
Yeah, this is actually a crap ton of damage fight, but Walter's fine here. He's gonna kill him.
doesn't regen that much. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get through Walter's shield. Is the bigger point. So Walter's second swing of force field is going to have the full amount of shield, plus the shield that he's getting from defense grid here, plus the shield that he gets from the large item use on the first swing of force
with this,
field.
I'm actually really happy with the defense grid upgrades. So,
Absolutely.
For this.
Or yeah, crit chance on your now that crit chance does not apply to Crusher Claw. While Crusher Claw has a shield effect, it does not have a shield tag, so that still applies to your silk and your force field. However,
and I don't care about desync, so I can actually play Nitro too.
Yep.
Haste
One of the huge advantages of Crusher Claw over something like a Spike Shield is that you don't have to worry about the sequence in which your damage goes. It just goes. Now, Force Field matters, but there's such a time difference between those two items anyway that Force Field is just kind of capitalizing on what shield you have whenever you have it. It's very hard to even worry about syncing those two. He's going to cycle mediums. He's got 35 gold. He's doing fine. So he's cycling, sorry, not mediums, small silvers right now.
Randomness? No, okay.
So pay attention to Walter's cycling, the things he's going to spend money to cycle on. He just started cycling silvers at 4 gold. Everything that you see on screen that's 4 gold and not a weapon, you're going to see him buy and sell from now on. He starts building that threshold up, and he won't take it back down even if he gets poor. He sets a standard on what he's able to cycle at, and it only goes up throughout the rest of the course of the game.
You've got talent. You should
Pretty
put it
dominant
away.
victory here. Opponent did not have much damage scaling, and honestly, there's not much that's going to threaten Walter until people start getting wombo combos together on day 9 or 10. Turn on the Friends Family Streamer client for the first game. This run is definitely making up for it. The question is, and this is a real question, is he going to be able to get through 3 games? That first game being a complete whiff. Is he going to be able to get through 3 games? Now, the upside of this game being so dominant, wait for Walter to sing. Are we going to get this song and dance? It's not as exciting because it doesn't actually help his board. No, I am wrong. It's Signet Ring. Genius move here. Again.
It's Shrimple time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking shrimple and crustaceans.
We're gonna make that a sound effect on the stream, people. That's what you're gonna get for subscribing. That's amazing. Okay. Just taking the loot option, hoping he gets cooldown reduction. It's the most important thing that you're fishing for now in the build.
Okay, we actually can fight. We don't care about desyncs.
Yep.
It's actually these are so much better than Spiky Shield. It's so crazy.
Absolutely. But at Diamond, this fight is actually a little bit scary with that Diamond. I forget the name of the item on the left. But Lightning Rod. Diamond Lightning. So if you aren't running as dominant of a board as we are, you're often a little bit scared with that. But doing pretty well.
Maybe a non-weapon. Maybe a non-weapon tech item.
Well, that's
Okay,
a non-weapon
well.
tech item. Recycling.
Is this better?
Gets free charge, turns it into...
Charging either force field or charging nitro? Why not?
Interesting. One of the fun things about a late silk board is that your flex pieces get really weird. You just kind of, and they often get off meta. You're going to grab items that aren't, or off hero. So you're going to get a lot of items that are doing charge, that are doing haste, etc., that you find in monster fights. You're going to see Walter, if he comes across it, overvalue, like spend a lot of gold for something like shipment to get a chance at some off hero items, because that's some of the best ways that you can charge and haste onto this board. He knows the cycling's in the bag. He knows how to do that. That's not the problem. The big thing he has to do is solve speed here. T-Dog Saloon. Only one friend on the board. Doesn't make any sense here. Seller.
Diamond Seller? I think we could do better.
Iceberg.
Okay.
So he might just be grabbing and sell. Ooh, shield enchant on the silk scarf. Game over. That's a 10-win run guaranteed. Whether or not it's a perfect run, I would put my money on it. But that is game over. Just doubled his
Versus
shield,
back,
doubled his shield scaling.
Is it this?
Debating if he needs to be faster, just slow Mac down. Doesn't matter.
Is it this?
I'm having trouble thinking of a Mac board that's going to get under him. And if you don't get under him, you get one shot. So Walter goes for both the speed and the slow. Doesn't think he needs the damage. I think he might still be in 2 swing range. Pig, it's very hard to gauge the average hit points of your opponent because you're sitting on so much more than they are.
This kind of looks good to me. 23. It's like not one-shotting, but this is like helping a lot. Okay, I'm doing this. I will hedge the force field, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't want to get rid of it. Yeah, I think he should go for the one shot, to be honest with you. I don't think a Mac this early is going to get enough damage or anything off the ground to get under you. I think you're perfectly fine. The freeze is a little rough. But again, force field...
He gets one shot, we win, it's fine. It's actually totally fine.
Oh yeah, he's
it didn't matter a single bit.
He's in the one shot range, did not matter. No shield on Mac. Unless he gets an enchant. It's a little early for the enchant. Now, starting tomorrow...
The best strategy is to just have this number higher than... But to be honest, that's
their hit points.
That's the ultimate strategy.
Just have Silk higher than their hit points and have Claw.
It's shrimple time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking shrimple and crustaceans.
Walter's still singing from the multiple shrimple. Going for Andy here. Looking for something like Loop that can start providing extra money. It's honestly, Walter's not going to need it here. Going to grab Piggy Bank. You can convert that into quite a bit of silk fodder over time. But he hits chocolate bars. Probably going to get rid of the iceberg here so he can make space. Yeah. Does it reluctantly because it's such a fun item and such a fun line, but his board is just plenty powerful. I think what he needs to do right now is just speed up. I think he needs to stress his decisions a little bit less. Put this run in the bag, move on to the next one. I do not think he should be too terribly worried. Like... These kind of decisions right here,
5% is 5%.
That he knows are on the margins are the things I would just snap, grab, go, start worrying about the next fight. But honestly, this is a format we've never done before. This is the kind of thing we'll all get better at as we have more tournaments, figuring out when you're stressing the next fight and when you need to start.
I got it. Right.
Walter got the haste, solved the speed problem. Captain's wheel on the board solves the speed problem.
It's triple time.
He has speed, he has scaling, he has one shot. He has an undefeated run, so someone's going to have to put together a combo that can get under him. Day 9 and 10. I don't think it's out there. For multicast, he's so good that you kind of don't need it. But it is better. It's just technically better. It doubles your shield and doubles your swing, and you don't care about desync anymore that you did care about on force fields. This is just the monster. This is Walter assembled Voltron. It's just gonna go out there and destroy everybody. He's debating streaming setup for crit chance. One of the other things you often do. I do not think you go for this here. He is complete one-shot range.
It's like not
complete run shot range with the multicast. I would not trade
just
speed.
Hold it. I could just.
You first have to get up to one-shot your opponent. Again, we talked about before, early game, you need to kill your opponent in 2 swings. Late game, which we're now in, you need to kill him in 1 swing. And if he has to go to Twilight, you have to get that time down in half. He's already on pace to keep one-shotting forever. Interesting card, slowing your opponent. He's going to hold it for a hedge.
I can play this here.
Playing it over Cog, which I probably would do. The extra haste, he's going to get a lot of haste.
This goes, defense grid goes, haste, this for 2 seconds. 5 seconds, this gets an additional haste. So this is going to be hasted 3 seconds after 5 seconds. Almost the whole way. So I am using like all of this basically. Yeah, we can support it.
Sounds
So
like he's
1, 2,
deciding
3,
that
and
he
then
gets enough
4
value out of the
middle.
cog haste. All of it is extra time. So again, he knows if he has to go to the late game,
Grid
you have
upgrade.
to solve the one shot, and once you solve the one shot, now you have to solve the speed.
This card,
There we
this one's
go.
good.
If they manage to get him to half health, he pops off
G-Knobs. All right.
6,000 shield. So as long as someone's not poisoning, they're gonna have a very hard time getting under Walter. I think the only thing he's afraid of here is a fully put together sharp.
Dude, but it's
corners board.
enchanted, so all I need to do is upgrade it to get the val. Like it just becomes 32, and
Yep.
then it gets.
So not afraid of this opponent here. This is a one-shot game over. And again, I think it's just a speed run to the 10-win screen. Once we get there, I am going to throw up a different display. Walter has to leave the channel for a little bit and go submit the run. If you at home are doing this, you will fill out the form that you get on the Discord, submit the run, then go wait in the lobby. You submit the form first, then you're sitting in the lobby and waiting for them to pull you in. They'll pull you in. You will show them your 10-win screen. Do not move off your 10-win screen. You'll display that to them. They'll probably then tell you to click next, you know, so we know it's not a photograph or whatever. Validate your 10-win screen, and then you get to move on. So Walter's going to do that, and we'll probably run an ad while that's happening to get them behind us. Picking the monster fight, he gets the level up either way. He definitely does.
You can't drop your crit chance for me.
Definitely with File and Stash. Doesn't really matter here. None of these choices are terribly important. Already has. He has not gotten much crit. He only has the Keen Eye skill currently.
Yeah, so we're hasted permanently from.
Yeah, perma hasted with only 14% crit chance on his claw. He's got a lot of crit to get done.
I think it's just better to play these two instead of plasma.
Going for Nufu for the skill, probably looking for crit here. He only has a 5% upgrade from critical protector, and it doesn't apply to claw.
This isn't even gonna fucking go. Like,
yeah, he doesn't go for it. I wouldn't either. Long strides, cooldown reduction 5%, or he could go Keen Eye at 5% more or 4% more crit chance on all of his items. He goes for long strides. Again, just solving the speed problem. He doesn't need to solve damage anymore. Looking at BazaarCon for extra XP. If he thinks today's his last day, that's a non-move. But if he just is worried someone might somehow get under him, he can go for it. He's long debating because, again...
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of the streaming, but it's like, it's pointless once I have Fork, kind of. Like, I agree, it's like not... I'm not... Oh, certainly not going to put this in unless somehow I get, like, Turbo Icicle or something that solves crits, basically. There's no
that's
reason.
not so much a hedge, is just a decision he doesn't have to make yet.
XP, but like this is the fucking end of the game.
You'll see Walter do this a lot. Yep, he decides he doesn't care. He's just going to go for cycling. He's going to start spending all of his money on big things like Hoggy to cycle. Oh no, he decides not to. Interesting. None of that makes any sense. He's just going to bounce out of the board. So he decided to save some money just in case he gets beat here. 1 for the
road, 2 for the road.
Clear a couple more things just in case Pig manages to start shield scaling hard. There is a chance he doesn't one-shot if he's up against the Wrist Warrior combo.
That's a very low number for a Pig.
Yeah. Very low hit point amount. It is a freeze board, but Walter, as all of this haste gets completely under him, freeze board does not even get a swing. And that's good game. Perfect 10-win run for the first submission. Nicely done by Waltercoolest. So he has 1 game in the bag. We have less than 3 hours remaining here.
All right, now I got to figure out how to verify myself. I'm going to switch channels. And,
so
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and mute Walter's microphone now.
I guess I got to put this on the screen and do this.
And then I'm going to go ahead and put on a background screen for us. And so now you can only hear me. I think we're going to run a quick ad for 3 minutes and come back. I don't know how long this is going to take Walter exactly. So we're going to go ahead and run an ad, come back and start casting again. So I will see you all back here in 3 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. We have Waltercoolest. One moment, let me turn back on the mic. Everyone can hear you, Walter. How you doing?
Hello. How are you doing, chat? Did you enjoy the run? Thank you, Supa. I appreciate it.
You
So we're gonna do like a debrief. Sorry, say that again.
So you got that run verified?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to throw up and start the next run? We'll talk while you're doing maybe the first day, and then
yeah, we can talk during the day one.
Yeah, I will not be commenting on the day one. Let's just ask you some questions. How did you feel about that run?
I mean, good. Like it was. I hate to have to hedge so deep into the game with like my plan B being so super piss or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what had to happen, and then I got rewarded for it, so it was fine. But
do you want to share stream? You got to reshare the stream.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, we're well into game 3 now, so we're
okay.
I'm jamming. But yeah, we can still talk. Like
no problem.
I'll show you my inventory after, so everyone can catch up.
It was a little
with the
spicy.
state of the game.
I was wondering if it was a good idea to be hedging that silk once you pass the level up. That was the only play that I was like, I thought was really dicey. You got completely rewarded from it. But
yeah,
and then grabbing the silver, like it was obvious you had to grab it once you saw it because you were already hedging for it. But of course, it came at bronze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a little awkward at first, but I got rewarded, I felt like, so it was fine.
Definitely did. Any thoughts about the run before I let you go pay attention to this one?
My day one sucks. Yeah, I'm not super happy about my day one, but yeah, we'll make this one work, I think. All right. I don't know. We're getting back into it.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and mute me and I'll start casting you.
All right, cool.
Can you hear me, Walter?
No, I still can for a second. Hold on.
Sure.
I gotta mute you. All right, I can no longer hear you.
All right, can you hear me, Walter? Your Shrimple singing was incredibly embarrassing. No reaction. All right, Walter can't hear us. It was actually fantastic. Best part of the stream, if we're being honest here. Okay, we are on run number 2. Walter does not have time unless he decided to maybe in the first or second day to concede a run. I don't think he is gonna do like a concede because of a bad day one start. So expect him to just have to full play out whatever he ends up with here.
Now that's a bargain.
I'm sorry. I hope other people can't hear that.
4,281 gifted 10 subscriptions to the community.
Thank you so much for the gifted sub. I intended on having that turned off, and apparently I can't turn it off, so I'm really sorry that that's interrupting the broadcast. I did turn off my overlay, and I appreciate everybody who is subbing or following, but we just wanted to make sure to give the best viewer experience possible, and this kind of audio output isn't. So sorry about that, everybody. That said, Walter is no combat scaling, didn't find a single thing to scale damage combat up against a Vanessa. Very unlikely to be able to win day one. That Bushel might be able to carry if the opponent has no
4281, you're insane. I've never seen such a gift.
Oh my god, that's a huge gift sub. 10 gift subs, Kazam. Thank you very much.
Such a generous gift. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Julian.
Well, it's Shark Claws and Julian. Again,
maybe I'm not dead actually. Maybe Bushel OP.
Yeah, Bushel was the only way he's going to get out of this, but they are damage scaling a lot, and Walter's just not killing them. So the question is going to come down to the storm here and the swing times. He's going to get damage to the dome. Oh, that crit. Does he survive? Only Claws is going to go off.
Let's go.
He wins. Bushel OP. Regen is incredibly
What was that crit though? What was that?
Calico did try to take a swing for the win there. Did not get it from him.
Now that's a bargain.
Thanks so much for the gifted
Grotesque
sub.
Fungal Sport gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Thanks, Grotesque. Grotesque already a subscriber. I really appreciate you. Oh man, how do I turn off hype trains?
That seems, I mean, for yo-yo upgrade, but like,
I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn off hype train.
I'm very tempted to
really
click this
don't want to disrupt the cast with that. Sorry, y'all. He goes for right eye here. Not great skills. I didn't see what it was. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it
Bushel
back?
upgrade? No.
Is Silk gonna happen again? Silk day 2. He does not. Walter, I know, likes to have the damage conversion before he goes Silk. He's assembling his combat board.
We don't care.
He's gonna skip it. Is he gonna skip it? Surprised there. Honestly, surprised there. I probably would have hedged that line. I do know that he likes to have Claw or Spike Shield before he bothers to go for it. Holding a Silk, especially wasting your upgrade on a Silk when you don't have anything to convert, it feels bad. But I think the line's strong enough that I sometimes do it. Looks like he's deciding he doesn't want to. He is a better Silk player than I by miles, so I trust that choice. Managed to remember to put Boomerang on his board, also proving he's a better player than I am. If anyone's been around at any time at all, you know that that is the #1 failing.
Okay, that's good.
That happens on the stream. Crit chance early, pretty good.
Jim?
Middle for the upgrade here.
Size of dignity?
Also looking, I was just gonna say for Piggle's Launcher. Fits really well into this board.
Yoink. Roll.
Silk again, mocking him for not making the choice. Making space. Needs to get just a couple more small damage pickups. Honestly, a small shield item and he could double scale here, which would be very strong. He already has Tuss Helm as the hedge for that line.
Critical strike chance.
So the chances you go for the hit points here. I might have gone for the board building, honestly. He has a full damage board. That's perfectly fine. I think I might overvalue the shield stacking. He did go against the pig where the shield stacking would be pretty helpful. But he does have a full board. He does have damage scaling. He has really fast items inside of Fang, Yo-Yo. Converting that speed into more swings with Piggle's Launcher should be pretty strong here. Bronze damage scaling is
I think the flat
problem.
heal skills, they go crazy for this reason.
They absolutely do. Looks like a free
of the
win
flat
here.
kind of skills you can get. These are so useful. Actually, they help the Mac matchup a lot. I mean, we win, by the way.
This is a bit of a paid actor. They went for the enchanted start, and the best thing they got.
Happy to get some easier early game.
Yeah, it was a
on the
shielded laser security system. Just probably they're planning on re-rolling, hoping to hit something that goes into the Wrist Warrior combo,
some shrimp.
like a shielded yo-yo. Must change the channel point to sausages.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to find this just because then
nothing here helps his board. There we go. Found the showcase upgrade. Okay, he's pretty strong for probably 2 more days.
That triple.
So now he kind of only has to worry about getting value up, maybe starting his hit point stacking. He's debating.
You have like rewards card. Sure.
Yeah, decides to pass on the chocolate bars. A little surprised by that. Grabs the ATM.
Actually.
Again, I would grab heirlooms here. Yes, grabs heirlooms. Now he can shield stack freely, do shield and damage scaling.
The Hoover Bikeman? Or I think the Hoover Bikeman. He has Uzi.
Honestly,
this, right?
Without the... he has the heal on Piggle's Protector, so I think he might be fine.
So this is critting.
But you want a little bit of recovery for this fight. It's not a cracked fight like Warrior, but it is a lot of damage. So if you have no recovery, he can beat you, especially since we have no... we lost the stream there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I clicked out. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Walter knows it. He's going to go back. There we go.
Hopefully, I'm back in. You can let me know if I am.
We're back in.
Okay.
You're back. Okay.
Easy game. Wasn't worried.
Easy game.
Sure.
Wondering what he wants here. Honestly, his board's pretty made for right now. Thanks so much for the follow.
Has joined the Goose
I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. On the fly while casting, I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn off all of my alerts. I'm really sorry about that, y'all. I appreciate them so much, but want to make sure that we're prioritizing the run here. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay. My alerts are off. I definitely appreciate all of the subs, all of the follows, the hype train
Econ
even.
seminar.
But Sir Waltercoolest is devoting
You're
his
out.
time, sweat, and tears and reputation for this stream. I want to give him my full attention.
In.
So
You're on the team.
I miss the.
I think this is faster than
Brain King Gauntlets. Expect him to check the post-fight summary to double check that assumption. He's got, managed to get a Ring King Gauntlet, pretty big pickup. He's honestly got a pretty good fast weapons line here. I didn't see if he put in heirlooms for the shield scaling. He did. So he has shield and damage scaling. Ooh, up against a fully built single weapons Vanessa. That half of the board is doing nothing. But
the opponent is employing the time-honored Shadowed Cloak strategy.
Yeah, Shadow Cloak, Katana, Silver Shadow Cloak managed to get the upgrade there. Has
American
a silencer,
classic.
pretty decent
The
board.
Canadian classic.
But this shows the power of a full Silver Showcase board. I mean, half the opponent's board was doing nothing, but the other half was doing a lot. So still probably something difficult to go up against for most boards. Walter's pretty strong today. He's going to be strong probably for one more day, and then by tomorrow, if he doesn't start finding either an upgrade
Bad
to
blocker,
Showcase,
rewards card, 28-hour fitness. Okay.
it's what he's naming off of why he's making this choice, what he's looking for. I think you also have to add Money Tree.
Okay.
He knows he can crack the egg. He's
That
debating,
seems good.
yeah, how to get all the value out of the tree while also still getting that bad blocker he knows he needs. So
Because I also
expect him to crack the egg here. Bad blocker is part of the hedge into the Wrist Warrior, Sharp Corners, 28-hour fitness, all of those lines. He's gonna have to find value scaling to make any sense of it, so that's the next thing on his list. Well, there's a lot of things on the list for that combo. Isla to get the upgrade to Yo-Yo, finds it on the first screen. It is what he came there for. I think you just chuck, get rid of tree already, probably.
I mean, I'm kind of fine with this being just +1 gold.
I personally might consider boomerang. Yeah.
Yep.
Decides to get rid of boomerang here. At bronze, the loot is a tiny bit of value, but you aren't gonna get the big ones.
I'm kind of glad I did actually.
Yeah, gonna be your XP.
I don't really have to think if I'm this way. I don't have to think if I'm gonna win or not versus him.
Yeah,
very easily. I'm gonna
your
win.
XP and vial or your cooldown reduction are the two big things you get out of boomerang. And
I mean, hopefully, if I'm double scaling.
Oh, he's fine here. He's gonna destroy this fight. He actually has a lot of recovery. Now, a good pickup for him would be to be able to replace that heirlooms with the Piggles Protector, because if you have shield scaling, it's super strong.
Or some kind of value scaling.
4-second weapon. Look for that to maybe replace.
Andy sells those.
His pepper spray, although the slow on pepper spray is probably there.
It is just that Shrimple. Holy.
Asked, then answered twice in a row. I'm here for Yo-Yo. I see it. I'm here for bad blocker. He sees it. I'm here for pen FT. He sees it. Walter.
Card like this.
Unfortunately, displaying the streamer client, he's supposed to hide the fact that that exists.
Sure.
Ads start in an hour. I'm so sorry. It means that we must cast through ads again. There's nothing I could do about that, but I did mean to give you all warning, but it's hard for me to keep track of that. Shatters a hedge towards a freeze line also just gives you...
I think I'll roll.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, re-rolling for sharp corners here is the play. Unless you get something incredibly strong.
Take my favorite skill, arbitrage, OP skill.
Walter knows I hate this skill. I hate it with the heat of 1,000 suns. He mocks me. That's just mockery. It's okay, but it is not
okay.
Strong.
All right. Pig, enemy pig.
Remember, chat. Walter can't hear me, but can read you. So if you are,
this is not gonna be like.
No, it's not going to get multicast until its
not gonna be
second
good
swing.
on the first cast. I actually think that this is better setup.
Yep, you need 5 value on item for pen
Yeah,
FT
like
at silver to get it in range by the
Blades
first swing.
Akimbo. This guy's a badass.
So when he starts value scaling, let's say he gets a rewards card, you're going to see him start putting value on all of his items, starting at the 4s, getting them to 5, and then getting everything up to 5. At that point, 2 swings of pen FT would give multicast to bad blocker on its first swing. This is a weird hybrid board. Looks like they're, yeah, it looks like they're just waiting to find something. A bit of a paid actor. There's no shield scaling. There's no damage scaling to make sense of that board. So they might still be fishing to find. So a little bit of run luck here when he doesn't need it. Kind of unfortunate. You like to see your paid actors later. Getting him early when he should be winning against fairly dominant boards. Curio has Fang, crit chance, egg, one of the best items in the game. Not one of the items that like gives you a win, but a good item in that it is literally 0 cost. It actually pays you 1 gold. It is just free value. So the highest EV item in the game. Bar being the second, and this is why you do it. This is why you always see Walter grab that gold bar. Val pack right after.
Holy fuck, the value.
It's just one of those things people don't consider. There is no reason not to buy it. It is a
bar
0.
Buyers can't even compete.
It's a 0 cost free value that he just converted. Also, could get double value out of Chimeric here, or because he just hit his rewards card.
So this will give me 5 gold if I sell it to 2, 3. I could, in theory, get something.
See what he's thinking here.
Definitely buying this.
Yep, needs to start value stacking. Expect him to start putting value on his. Oh, he's going for bad blocker first. I would disagree with that one. Now he could consider buying heirlooms just to get it closer to the 5 gold threshold. You don't actually care about the effect of heirlooms, but you sometimes will buy that just to start on the value. He knows heirlooms is not going to be on his late board, so he's not prioritizing that. So we'll see if he still decides to go bad blocker. The idea of value scaling bad blocker first is that bad blocker will always be on a bad blocker board, and therefore you know you aren't wasting value by stacking there first. But he can get multicast on his very first swing on the next fight.
So I want to get things to 5 value, I guess. So
there we go. He sees it. So should start with Yo-Yo.
That's insane.
That's the highest chance of making it on a future board. Probably Piggle Launcher next. Showcase is the first thing to go if he gets sharp corners.
All right.
So
I'm not doing that.
Nope.
So
Expect Yo-Yo to go there.
Right,
there
so
we go.
First.
We're going to Isla. Actually, seeing Isla. Okay, he's gonna grab Hatchet for the free. Now he could get another thing up into 5 value. He's gonna get 3 free multicasts on his bad blocker tomorrow from this.
Next.
No, all right. So he decides to go for the items that he knows is gonna stay on his board. If he put that on Piggle's launcher, he then could have put the card on Showcase and got 1 more multicast in today's fight. Instead, he opted to sack that multicast today to have a higher chance of putting the value on things that he knows will be in the combat. So he's losing 1 bad blocker multi for a less uphill climb of value stacking his final board. Honestly, maybe a good idea if you only have your card at bronze. Yeah, so he's gonna get 3 multi by the time bad blocker swings, assuming pen FT doesn't get frozen or slowed, which is very unlikely against a pig who doesn't have a lot of free slow access. So we're into the mirror. Was Ledger there any good to buy in value stack? It's a very slow, hard line.
Gonna fall off like this might be the round where I start to lose.
Ooh.
What is this?
Caltrops. Day 5 Caltrop. No damage scaling, but it doesn't matter. 88 caltrops, he's dead.
Yeah, okay. What?
Or 68
Get the fuck outta here
caltrops.
with that.
Yeah. Oh, he did have a tiny bit of damage scaling in a bronze weights, but oh my god, caltrops, if you have any flat on it, which he had with Noisy Cricket and the right-handed skill, the brutal board. And Walter had already correctly identified that he's in the range of days. Now, expect him to get VIP pass here. He's going to use this to pick up value. Weird item interaction with VIP pass. Even though the timer goes on showcase,
it's going to get value from this shit. So
it's not yeah, and he also can run money tree if he wants to get free value here.
Next?
But you only actually get the use of showcase if it stacks on something. So if he doesn't have either 3 weapons or 3 shield items, then showcase can't get value from VIP pass. Okay. There we go. We got the wrist warrior. Combo's coming online. All he needs now is the skill and showcase or display case. Or sorry, sponsored apparel and display case.
Let's figure this out.
So you might have seen him pass the VIP pass. It's only there to value stack. He does not care about the haste on that item, so he didn't upgrade to gold because that'd be a waste of money.
VIP pass, 1, 2. Shorter weapon.
He's starting to arrange his board. I'm wondering if he would consider griefing more damage to run tree for extra value here. Depends on who what the monster fight is. Oh, he's debating if he's going to do the damage stack on wrist warrior here.
So expensive.
It's very expensive. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Flat damage is not what you care about. He's going to do it. He does have a lot of money in money tree.
See what our fight is. Yeah, that's worth doing.
Yeah, Dire Inglet, he can definitely face. He's probably going to swap in tree here. Just have the 3 weapons on the board for the damage scaling. No, just decides to do it. Just decides to take the fight. I think he could have gotten away with tree. Tree does 2 things. 1, you have another property getting more value on your VIP pass, and 2, it griefs your damage. Which means, so you would not be actually using the damage and getting the damage out of your wrist warrior, which means that you kill the monster slower. And by killing the monster slower, you get more value stacking from your showcase and your tree. Tiny bit of a misplay there. That was just free money he left on the table by not manipulating the fight.
Let's both keep learning. Maybe
Sharp corners.
Fucking go. It's
there
just
it
that
is.
shrimple.
He now has a build. Now he has to hit. Watch him hit sponsored apparel or display case here, and you know the streamer client is OP as shit. Okay, did not get it. That would have been funny. Get a reroll for it. Okay, absolutely should. He's debating what he's going to sell to Barcoon.
Stay here.
Because he gets the free value. I don't think you have to make this choice till you see the other screen, personally, but doesn't really matter.
For the 3rd shield shit for now. So it's like this. This is going crazy again. So
I'm not sure I would do board assembly until I see if you get sponsored apparel or display case, but you know. So especially since this is something we're not used to. Time is definitely a factor.
Or 5 value, rather.
Walter still has to get through 2 runs in 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Looks good. Roll.
So if you rearrange your board twice instead of just once, you're costing yourself some value.
Safely sell you.
You would grab pawn shop if you didn't have tree here. You might consider cycling pawn for tree, depending on how you want to go.
I mean,
he could have capitalized on value that way and then just started doing his value stacking by cycling.
Well, you're not getting there anyway. Okay, it's actually not that hard of a click.
He wants to reroll. There's a high chance you get skills you already have. Ooh, Arm Stealer's pretty good here. He's gonna sell tree for it. And so Nufu's a pretty big get because you have a chance to upgrade your sharp corners. That's what he was really hoping for there.
You're 5, you're 5, you're 7. Yeah. Okay.
So he's doing the math on how much multi he's going to have on Bad Blocker, decide if it's going to swing more than TempoStorm.
This is slightly better because this can't crit, and then this will get the crit.
Whichever one swings more should be on the left-hand side of Wrist Warrior here. I honestly think Bad Blocker is going to get more swings in this fight. It's a little hard to tell because if slow lands on Pen FT, then it's not the case.
What up, Alan Chen 007? I'm glad we can entertain you. Think we win when Bad Blocker goes again?
Yep, definitely. Enemy board a little bit slow on the poison scaling, relying on a lot of regen, but Walter's scaling is so strong with the sharp corners that the second swing indeed ends the fight. Decent opponent. I wouldn't call that a paid actor.
Moreland, you have 28 or Mountain Pass?
Yeah, that's the question. You already have sharp corners if you get showcase.
I care about 28 when I have corners.
You don't if you get one of those two items.
I'm so tempted to click Mountain Pass here. All right, let's click Mountain Pass.
I think that's the right call. It's a hard call to make because you're still delaying like a permanent board state, but 28 hours is he's already got sharp corners. If he hits sponsored apparel or display case, both items function exactly the same in terms of giving him the shield scaling for Wrist Warrior. Then he wouldn't even want to run 28-hour fitness. Showcase comes off the board the moment he finds either of those two items, and he's got the full build. And then it is just slow value scaling everything.
You know, it would be insane if Shrimple could upgrade sharp corners because it's a silver skill. Tempo, just saying, if you're listening.
Walter's asking the rare hubris to ask for a sharp corners buff here.
It's actually a ticket angle, I think.
It is definitely a ticket angle. He has the money here. He might be strong enough day 7. I would go to Ryokan has a chance for the sharp corners upgrade, and is one of only 2 skills that you have.
Dealer?
Oh, there's the other one. I was just gonna say, he only has 2 weapon skills on his board, and the skills you have are more likely to show up at Ryokan. Of course, he gets the other one to show up. And this is a thing to pay attention to. It's very hard to pay attention to, but it's possibly arguable that it's a misplay to have grabbed
a little weak.
Arms Dealer in the first place.
This is also a little weak, but if I get stuck on silver corners, I'll be kind of happy to have had it. And I think that like this is a little more. Yeah, I actually like this.
Yep. He knows he's flat damage on Wrist Warrior is actually pretty strong.
Like we're doing some out of combat flat damage scaling here because our corners is weak. We're playing stupid showcase still, like.
But the reason why most big players wouldn't think about would immediately grab Arms Dealer, it's free hit point stacking, very strong, but also you're not hoping to see Ryokan in the first place. You're hoping to get Fortis, and if you see Fortis, Arms Dealer doesn't dilute that pool at all. So it's only in this instance where you got Ryokan and not Fortis.
And like obviously I'm looking for sponsored apparel.
That having that skill that griefed you.
Display case.
Yeah, that's the next big step in assembling the build.
Display my prowess.
I'd put his build at about a 60% right now. He is favored to win, but there's definitely a lot of boards that can grief him. I might consider selling off that card and hope he gets it back at silver.
Andrew? That's good, actually. So now...
And I would take this heirloom upgrade to get it within range. Then he only has to put 1 value on it to... He's getting close to 5. If he buys that heirloom, he only needs to put 1 value on it.
Upgrade
there you go. There you go. Good call.
And then I'm kind of popping after.
Yeah, now he's one shop away on 4 different items from having Bad Blocker have the entire set of multicast. He's not going to get there. He's probably going to trade out some of this board before he gets there. I am casting just one player always, Dex. I'm casting Sir Waltercoolest. Yep. And so we're just watching this one person's run. We actually, this is the rare chance to watch Waltercoolest play. He's kind of He's known to all the big streamers. He is your favorite player's favorite player or least favorite player, depending on if they've had to go against him before. Does not stream, but is a very, very effective, strong player. He's
anyone else here going to be a business tree when they grow up? Just me.
He's currently been playing a lot of Pig, and so decided to do Pig for the cast. And since I am a Pig-only content creator, is a perfect lineup because I can definitely comment on a Pig play.
He's so 5 more HP than me? That's not allowed. And he has display case?
He has display case he has defensive stance, but he does not have sharp corners. Walter has damage scaling, the opponent has shield scaling, but honestly, you're going to see how busted display case is here. It's a no contest.
Cheater.
Just gets completely wrecked.
And he has gold
Every single item that does anything on the opponent's board makes Wrist Warrior Fire damage into your face. It's functioning that the sponsored apparel display case combo functions as a shield and damage enchant on every item activation. Which is why Walter's building in that direction. I think Walter undervalues Slingshot. I think having that
want you for like toy maxing.
Exactly. Crap. Having it on hand in case you hit
13 gold.
Some of the toy lines allows you to make it so that the only thing not toy on your board that is active is Bad Blocker, which sets up the Speedrunner package. Decides not to go for it. It is a hedge into a hedge, and he's is low on gold and has to be focused on making sure that he lands the actual first set of the combo, which is display case. So not a bad line to have not done it. Probably thinking about that, but gonna pass. No, he grabs Ring King.
Make me proud.
That's scary.
Oh, he almost accidentally threw away. Was that just cycling Ring King there? What does he cycle the Ring King for? Oh, the weapons. I'm sorry. I forgot he's got golden lifting. So that buy and sell of Ring King was just to put flat damage on his Wrist Warrior. Walter's down into probably the 30% effective win right now. If he does not find 28 display case or sponsored apparel today, there's a very high chance he picks up another loss.
Yeah, let's just fight Bouncertron here. I feel like this guy has a lot of gold. Maybe that's true, Bouncertron too.
I can
We're very weak though. Like this is
answer this question for us. Mazda
like
Mundi.
This is not cutting it.
Or no, obviously. I'm sorry. Werbenja, one of our very own, has made us a cheat sheet for this. I'm not going to pull it up on screen, but I will check.
No, we do not like those. Just kidding.
This is day 8. Bouncertron is 8.71 expected gold. Joyful Jack is only 5.11. So if he was going for the gold, that was a pretty sizable difference. That was a bit of a misplay. Bouncertron would have been much more. Also, there is the crit scale on Bouncertron. So I would argue that that was a bit of a misplay. Bouncertron might have been the better go there.
So tempted to actually...
Sorry, I missed what he's debating here. Got to put Yo-Yo on the other side. Still don't know what it is he's debating buying here. So I was looking up expected value return. Oh no, he's looking at the encounters. Okay, he's debating if he should grab free hit points to get under somebody. The only thing he could find at Midsworth that's going to win him the fight today is 28-hour fitness. Midsworth's probably only going to have one large, if any, on each board. He does not have the money for the reroll here, so we would have to.
I think I'm gonna make a play to win today. I think this is stronger.
Going for flat damage, okay.
I think Midsworth is not likely to have anything that matters.
Yeah, I think that's the correct play. I think it's 50-50. He actually hasn't done a lot of hit point stacking, so I think
just undefeated Vanessa, just bronze undefeated. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Shark Ray. Okay. Oh, actually not, of course, but maybe we still lose. Diamond Bloodhound? That's fun.
Oh no, he's not seeing the shiny on the what's it called?
No, we're okay.
Oh wow.
Bring her about.
Little slow. Shark Ray's a little slow, but there's so much haste on that board. I actually thought he's in much more danger than he was. He read the fight better than I did, because of course Walter actually plays all 4 heroes, unlike yours truly, who can kind of only read pig boards very well. Is he gonna go to Temple?
Right.
Yeah, it's a good line.
I gotta play faster, otherwise I'm gonna.
He's down to 2 hours. Walter's aware
Otherwise I'm running out of time.
there's 2 hours to finish this and 1 more run. I'm sorry. Wait, does it go to?
Sure, I think we win. Holy fuck!
11 to 3. Yeah, it's 2 hours left. 2 hours.
Surely
and 4
we
minutes.
win.
Boulder is a very hard fight to get your brain around. Exactly how much damage output you expect because of that slow. Bad Blocker's not going to swing again because it has many stacks of slow, and I think he's about to die here. He dies.
Oh my god!
No,
No.
Walter gets Bouldered. Oh no!
That's so sad.
Again, so hard to judge that fight because of the
showcase
slow
day.
effect.
He
He does get his enchant. Probably gonna put poison.
So what do we do?
On
This is not what I wanted.
on Bad
This is
Blocker.
for sure not what we wanted.
You
I
want to put
think
the
it's
poison on
this,
something that's gonna
actually.
scale. Wrist Warriors is okay. You also want to think about your. Yeah, he does not get the second enchant here. He gets
Yeah,
to
I
go-
rolled the wrong chocos. It's actually dying there is not such a big deal.
Yeah, you missed 2 shots. He lost 2 shots
Um,
from that exchange. He still gets to do the monster fight. He still gets
guess
to
I'm
do
just
2
gonna go for this
shots.
thing.
Honestly, there was a debate. I would have debated probably going into it. I might have still chosen to do it.
I don't know.
because-
Maybe I'm like, I guess like, I don't know if I had enough passive items to go like full, like take all my stuff off the board mode.
Yeah, so the only other fight that he could have considered doing was there's a way to cheese out the Caltrops fight. If you take all active items off of your board, and you have more natural hit points, which
Flag
you
shot.
usually do on Pig,
Okay.
you just win the fight. But the problem with Pig is, of course, you're always hedging a bunch of items in your stash, and some of those are active items. So whether or not he could have moved all 10 items off of his board, since all 10 are active, and moved no active items down, he would have had to get rid of Dragon Fang. It looks like he could have done it, though. Looks like he could have actually made that play.
Nothing huge. All about
You
At
hate
this
to
point,
upgrade
sure.
Showcase, but you have to. Reroll hoping to hit Display Case Monster Apparel, doesn't get it.
Boomerang.
The vendor luck's gonna cost him today. He's running into what he did before, which is just not finding some pretty common items. There are 2 medium silvers he could hit to completely turn his power around, and he's just not landing him.
Yo-yo.
I
like,
think value stacking on Wrist Warrior is a mistake here. I think he needs to get Pen FT and Heirlooms up to 5 so that he gets the full multicast from his Bad Blocker on its first swing.
I'm probably dead, but
It's not super gonna matter, but
He's
again,
gotta
it's a
have it.
tiny
Try
bit of
BZ.
extra value he can get up against another Pig who he's just hoping is as unlucky as he is at the moment. 100% or 100 flat regen. We're looking at a heel golf clubs board. This is a very weak board, very late, but with the amount of regen here, it's actually probably doing better than you would normally expect. You're looking at a day 5 board that just kept getting upgraded. This board should not be run after day 4, day 5. You need to move out of the heal line. There's just not enough damage conversion. And too much of your heal gets wasted on the overheal, whereas shield would be.
I just have to play my last run so much faster, I think. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, misses the upgrade. He was looking for either defensive stance or sharp corners. Didn't get either. Probably gonna no, he can't chocolate bar here. He
play it
has to go to the
loose,
vendor.
I think.
Again, he's value stacking on the things he knows he's going to keep,
Doesn't do anything.
but it's costing him damage on the fights.
Okay.
Now, if he gets sponsored apparel or display case, he's going to drop that heirlooms.
Sure.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. He hits
Holy,
it.
that's a
We're
card.
in the game. I would get rid of Piggle's launcher and keep
So-
showcase. He's gonna do the math.
I get.
Nope.
We're just not playing
He goes the other
Just
way.
doing
I don't think it's a
okay,
big
so it's
difference.
like this.
Okay, now every item activation on the board gives him shield, gives him damage, gives him poison.
Morguloth.
This is where that one value missing from heirloom that he keeps like not stacking, and the one value missing on Pen FT means he's gonna miss 2 stacks of shield, 3 stacks of shield, or sorry, 4 stacks of shields, because the shield from Bad Blocker itself and the shield from Sponsored Apparel, and then 2 stacks of damage and 2 stacks of poison.
Like, I don't want any like shield items. Don't really have a point now. Everything is a shield item.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, exactly. Now he basically has a shield enchant.
I guess the heirlooms at least scale with the Pen FT, so that's like the.
But if he gets a fast weapon here, he'll just drop the heirlooms.
What did I get?
Now, what I failed to notice here is because he gets out sponsored apparel, every fight, every item gets 1 value. So he just hit the threshold. Everything's at 5, so he's good. The next thing he's going to start thinking about in terms of value stacking is getting everything to the next tier threshold. He has a golden Pen FT, which I believe I'm going to have to look it up. I think is 4 value. Let me look it up real quick. Golden Pen FT puts 4 value. So now you want everything to be at 7. And at 7 value means even if Pen gets slowed or frozen and only gets 1 cast off, you're still going to get all of the swings out of your Bad Blocker.
Oh, I griefed.
I missed what he missed there.
Okay, nice.
Can I explain how the tournament works? Sure. We have 4 hours to submit 3 runs. So if you're middle of a run and it's going bad and you have enough time, you can cancel the run, or you can just finish the run and try to get through more. A lot of players are going to be like speed running dually right now and just get as many runs as they can. When you submit those 3 runs, if you get over 8 wins, you will not only fill out the submission form, but you also have to go into the waiting room on the Discord where they'll pull you in and have you verify your win. And then whoever has the most wins, probably a lot of people, if you get 3 10 winners, you automatically get 5,000 gems from Tempo.
He has gold corners. We'll see.
Oh god, what Walter's missing is he also has defensive stance, meaning that every single cast is also giving him shield.
Yeah, Pen FT is OP, by the way. Like, this card wins the mirror because your shield scales with all of that. Like, this card's OP.
Right, every item that swings gets extra shield based on its value, and so Pen FT is technically scaling a shield value. The other reason why his board was dominant there is because the other hero was losing a lot of activations in place of running 28-hour fitness when you don't need. If you have sharp corners, he's thinking about that for 2 seconds about value stacking the PvE combat, decided not to. I agree. So you're losing 3 activations, which are 3 instances, 3 things that can create instances of shield, instances of your wrist warrior. In order to get a little more scaling, you don't need scaling. Speed is your scaling.
Sure
so
about that, I guess.
So the reason the opponent lost that fight is they had a better skill.
I think maybe there's a chance we lose this. Like, there's a small chance we lose this. I think if
it depends on what the destruction happens.
But I think I should just go for it.
Where does the destroy land? It whiffs. There it is. While he has Pega Launcher on the board, he has the chance to burn. So both of those skills could be a haste skill or a charge skill. They're both very strong. Gets the upgrade, puts it on Yo-Yo. And now he's going to start value stacking to get everything up to 11, so he could consider dropping Pen. He's not going to drop Pen, though, because he has sponsored apparel. If you have display case, you would. But with sponsored apparel, every bit of value on your items is shield on your items.
And in business, all things in moderation.
So, sorry, to finish what I was saying, after you get your, say, 10 winner, you submit it, you go into the lobby, there's a tournament lobby, they'll pull you in there, verify your run. At the end, anyone who got 3 10 winners is going to get 5,000 gems. And from there, the winner is going to be the person who has the most leftover prestige on those 3 cumulative runs. Got the sharp
It's
corners
just
and the
that fucking
upgrade.
Shrimple. Let's go. Enemy
Huge
pig.
move. Damage scaling just doubled.
Shivers. Let's battle.
He's in a very strong board state here. Pigs who you don't want to be going up against because you can face a stronger mirror. Or you could just get outsped by
low HP number.
Or you can
What
get
is
outsped
this?
by something like Silk.
Okay, this I think I won.
Yeah,
Also, I
Walter
have this
gets a
in
paid
one bug.
actor finally after a couple of brutal matchups. There's no... I'm not sure what the enemy board's even doing, if I'm being honest with you. I think they're pretty excited about a couple of enchanted items that
This side of
just
my
not
board
be
is
running.
paid actors. This shit's doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a crook board that missed on it, Lottle. Missed on Caltrops. It's just not good, unfortunately. Needs to decide what to value stack. It should be anything under 11 at this point. Pens, the longest for this role, will be on his board the most, so he sticks with that. He's cycling weapons right now for his lifting skill. Every weapon is flat damage that goes under Wrist Warrior. Every weapon is flat damage that adds to every single swing.
What is that?
No weapons on this board is what he's frustrated with right now. He got egg, which is free money. But that's very few weapons to see on Curio, honestly. He was happy to see Curio for the stacking, but then got a little screwed on the number of items available. This is free value stacking. Every item on his board except for Launcher is at 11. Launcher is going to automatically hit 11 from Sponsored Apparel in the PvE fight. He is fully scaled. He can now start moving his value scaling. Doesn't have to do that, actually. Tiny bit of a misplay. Signet Ring for the hit point scaling. He can actually start moving his value scalers. Also really doesn't have to do it if he takes this upgrade. Not sure I would for 10 flat.
Don't have to care about that anymore.
Unfortunately, that's not true because there are faster items that might replace something.
I saw you for lifting.
If he got, for example, if he gets model ship, he's gonna have to get the value on model ship up. If he gets Tails
CDR,
Protector, that would just be a flat improvement over the heirlooms on his board. Getting rid of the card for the upgrade is a little dicey, in my opinion, because it's locking you into this board and not allowing for future upgrades. Now, hopefully this is the last day, and so it doesn't matter. Making maybe the choice to power now, cash out, not worry about tomorrow. Ryakon is a correct
for the
choice
sharp
here.
corners.
Whiffs on it, rerolls, whiffs again, unfortunately. A little bit of charge. None of these are pretty good. He's gonna go for the flat value.
Flat.
Yeah,
I'll take the flat. Took too long for that one.
the more flat damage you get, just the faster you get to close out the fight. If you can close the fight in a single cast of your bad blocker, it is ideal. And so he is hard flat damage stacking for that case. That's why he's been running Dragon Tooth forever. Looking pretty good. I think it's very few boards aside from the mirror are going to be a threat. I think he's too fast for most Silk boards now. I expect him to win today. I'd be very
Wait, I'm actually okay
surprised
on
if he
time,
didn't.
right? It's only 2 hours. I have more than an hour, right?
Yep. Yes, he does. He has more than an
Am
hour
I
left.
like delusional? Chat, get back to me. I'm fine, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Never mind. I thought I was like way behind in time. I'm actually okay. So 25 flat or what's here that we? I mean, like
That's a good question.
there must
Honestly,
be more relevant
because
cards like this. So
because he doesn't have time to value scale it today, the only thing that would be huge here is doesn't find it is model ship, but I'm not sure
if I lose this by 1 HP, I will be sad.
Not sure if you could actually afford to run model ship without it being scaled up because you'd
Simon.
miss 2 swings of your bad blocker.
That's a good. That's for a character from SSX Tricky. You know that game?
Up against a Diamond Pigglestorm Gaming House, no sharp corners. This is just an opponent with no combat scaling. Unfortunately, Pigglestorm is the weakest damage shield scaler in the game, which means Waltercoolest takes the fight. Day
Wrist Warrior,
12.
Restorative Wrist Warrior.
Now, unfortunately, in the tournament runs, the two losses Walter got were in the later mid game, which ate a lot of his
I'm gonna go get verified. I gotta fill out my form.
He's got 8 prestige left. I'm going to mute his microphone and put up a new display. So we got the display behind us. We're gonna go ahead and mute Walter so he can talk to them. All right, he is muted. And then I'm gonna go ahead and run the ad so that we can get right into the have an ad interrupts. Welcome back, everybody. 1 second as I reactivate Waltercoolest's mic. Walter, you are on. How do you feel about the run?
I was relatively happy with that one. Like, obviously, you heard me express some frustrations during the and you can turn my screen back on because I'm going to get right into the next one, by the way. But you can hear my frustrations at like the middle part of the game where Showcase was falling off and I couldn't find 28 or like sponsored or parallel display case. But
yeah, you've had
like,
some pretty bad early luck in finding damage scalers.
Yeah, but I think that game shows that like the power of playing for like the day 1 and 2 wins and stuff.
Absolutely.
Where like, even though like it didn't end up like, I mean, whatever, like
all right, I'm gonna let you go to the run. I think we could recap after. Let you get
fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead
in the game.
And mute you. Let me know when you got me muted.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. All right, I have you muted.
All right, we have to test to make sure that Walter doesn't hear us so that there's no chance of cheating.
So the question is, am I buying this card?
Walter, only idiots buy lemonade stand or gold bar.
And the answer is no.
Walter definitely can't hear us. Okay. Going into the run, starting with Lumbors, looking pretty square. Sorry, that one made Walter's wife laugh. She's listening in the background. All
right, you just lost it, so he must have said something funny.
Sorry about that, Walter. Getting griefed by my comments of
my wife is cracking up, so you must be like coming with the comedy gold.
Okay, he knows he can take Viper here. Pretty easy fight. Obviously hoping for the Poison Fang. The skill, you take it if you get it, but is a little bit of grief, can actually work against you on Mac if he has cards that interact with his own poison.
Could this be one of those times where we skip Kina on day 1 for 4 golds? And then we try to buy a small weapon?
I would go for Showcase, but he does have to hit a small weapon for Showcase to matter. So I think he's just loading up so he could really buy hard on the next shop who can have both weapons and Showcase maybe. Oof, Curio. Already has Fang. Curio's actually really bad. However, Curio can have knee brace and expect him to reroll
small
for
weapon
it.
Haver.
He's got egg, free cycle. I would expect a reroll for either a small weapon or knee brace here. Definitely should pick up that because it's just free money. And I would probably.
You're kind of OP.
I wonder if he's going to reroll for knee brace. It's day 1. I definitely would.
This is very expensive.
But you do have briefcase still. It is a very expensive for a single item out of 48. You are probably going to see. I
think I will stand pat.
Yeah, it's a good board.
Really good fight.
He's not going to go for it. I probably would here. Walter is the one who made me a big fan of hit point stacking.
Happy to have 4 weapons versus Mac on
being able to hold briefcase and maybe the coins can turn into more value with something like a money tree, etc. It's definitely a high opportunity cost. This is a very strong Mac Day 1 board. That is a crap ton of poison. Walter does have damage scaling, but it's bronze Lumbors. We shall see. Looks like Walter's fine here. Gonna kill him in 2 swings. GG. Good opponent, but a mid-range. Didn't have the time to beat a full weapons board. Cav is one of the best vendors right now. Considering a Mandala reroll, might sell the egg to see if there's something worth. Doesn't do it. I wouldn't do it either. Could go silk again. Walter doesn't love going silk without having the damage.
Not really looking very silk.
He likes having his spike shield or his claw before he commits.
I could literally buy it, roll, and see spiky shield on the other side. Plus, this could be crab.
I think
this
that's
could be
correct.
Coconut crab.
I think that's correct. I think that's a valuable hedge, honestly. He also still has 2 more shops to find spike shield today. An Isla would have a pretty good chance of it. I actually like the hedge. I will often hedge silk without the weapon. Walter's less. Isla's there, has to go to it for the spike shield.
Weapons anyway. I mean, I have money if I want.
With spike shield in hand, I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't.
Also interesting. Go here.
All right, goes for it.
Okay.
Gonna cycle for the briefcase. Doesn't actually need to. He's gonna end up with that same coin if he does this for the reroll.
Keep playing towards the main line here.
So he sells that off, so he has 2 coins sitting around. Again, he can make hay out of them later. Finds a yo-yo. He's just gonna go into the weapons line now and commit to it. Yeah, that's honestly worth the sacrifice of the.
We did get crab. Roll.
He's taking the crab. If he gets claw, that's enough to commit to the silk line. Again, we saw in game 1, Walter, one of the best silk players in the game, in my opinion. I know that's a hard thing to quantify because we don't get to see a lot of silk players that are playing, but the man is a monster. I think I know enough streamers who have gone against a Walter Silk Ghost that can back me up on that. It's a terrifying thing if you see second law and you see the square setup and you know you're against that, you're in trouble. He's thinking of Jungle Ruins for the loot, not the income.
It is a 3 loot angle.
This is 4 gold today that he can leverage into buying the silk upgrade without having to sell anything off. That money Pig is able to multiply by buying other items that are value scalers, but also that is just free cycling onto silk. Yep. This is a play that the higher end players will do. A lot of average players will overvalue income versus getting money today that you could leverage, especially that when that money comes in the form of cycling is a big move.
Negatory.
He's gonna reroll again, hoping to hit silk. Doesn't. Also, there's so many things he could have hit here that would have been good. Flail's not terrible. I mean, I'm not even sure I'd take it. The tiny bit of flat damage. He was hoping for a showcase
today, but we're doing
this. He's grabbing Pinata just for the cycling. He's stacking up his tiny bronze silk just so that it's in line. Again, when it hits silver, which he's going to be able to get that upgrade guaranteed tomorrow. You would like to be able to get around 100 shield for the day. You usually don't get there. So he would like to be around 300 on day 3 on that silk, but is probably happy with anything over 2.
Sell this yet.
So he's doing the small cycling he can in the meantime to get there. He knows that's the line he's going for. Just building the board that wins today. Not going to waste the money on what ends up being
enemy Pig.
A little bit of flat damage. Not a lot of damage scaling. If he's running into showcase, he might be in trouble. No damage scaling on the board unless that's the Lumbors. Nope. A lot
and
of
then he has
fast
okay,
weapons.
well, I see why you lost day 1.
Yeah, no damage scaling. Got the deadly yo-yo, but it's doing exactly 1 damage and can crit for 2. Not exactly what this person was hoping for. This just goes to show combat scaling in the early game is everything. If you don't get it, you just kind of lose on pig. It's just that shrimple, folks. It's just that shrimple. Hey, rolling into day
Keep
3.
it shrimply put.
Walter's gonna start switching his mindset from the weapons board. None of the items on his board need to stay, in his opinion. Grabbing heirloom sets you up to be able to use something like a showcase along with your silk. Robe also works the same way. This is such a Walter move here. He knows the 10 flat shield from Piggle's Protector is not worth anything, but buying and selling a non-weapon for just 2 is extra flat on his silk.
Robe at any point, so robe.
He does need to keep weapons on the board to win the monster fight, so unfortunately he can't overcommit. Decides not to do robe because he's not going to have fast item activators once he switches.
I already have claw.
Now he has to decide if he wants money in cycling or just cycling. He got money in cycling. This is the reason that on a silk line, it is one of the best nodes hitting Econ Seminar. Not only do you get money that you can just convert into cycling by buying and selling like these small bronze in the shop, but it has a very high chance of hitting bronze econ items, which are things that are going to generate cyclers. So even something like a hatchet's going to give you 1 free cycle, your briefcase will give you 2, and now he got probably one of the best ones you can get from this.
Bar of gold.
One of the best items you can get from this, which is cash register, which is 2 free cycles a day. Expect him to get a couple more of those cycle generators sitting around in the stash as he finds them. He's gonna be a little weak today. Silk is not online yet, and so he has to figure out how to win today. It's about to hit silver, but it's just not going to have the numbers to one-shot. So he's going to have to do some weird hybrid, figure out what else he gets that might give him a chance to like run a board that can pick up the win. Doesn't want to drop any losses, but probably knows the 10 winner is pretty likely for him. Walter, I mean, silk is a strong line. Silk plus claw is a very strong line, and in this person's hands, it's as close as you can get to knowing you're going to 10 win on day 3. The question is, I mean, there's things that can happen. He could run into bad luck. I'm not calling it already, but the big question is, can he figure out how to not drop any fights, or at least as few as possible? And he has a couple of weekdays on silk. Expect the upgrade to go on silk here.
Good luck then. Tightened, tempered, oiled, and tubed.
And now he has to figure out what kind of board he's going to put together. I don't think this is strong enough. I don't know. There's a decent amount of damage scaling, but yeah, I would expect to build something else. I would go robe. No. Yeah. Does he lean into the weapons line? 2 good options here, actually. He could pick up robe to be more defensive, but robe's going to be weak against Mac, or he could pick up Ring King to just further the damage output multiplier that he's getting off of Lumbors. I'm not sure what I'd do here, to be honest with you. Doesn't look like he is either. He has the money for both, but there's no reason to do both. Yep, decides to go and gonna reroll and try to hit another weapon on the other side here.
Is like,
I don't know that I'd commit to that. I might sell egg. Oh, he's gonna do both. He's gonna do robe and Ring King. Interesting, smart line. Does the math faster than I did. Realize he's going to get slightly more activations with Yo-Yo next to Robe. Robe's going to recharge Yo-Yo.
Actually, I should have bought a masterpiece there. That was a mistake.
Yeah, that is. I overlooked that item a lot too. He's right. He would have had enough days to sit with it that it would definitely be guaranteed value.
This, I guess.
It's fiddling. Yep, that makes sense. Put Yo-Yo getting activation next to the faster item. Better setup.
Yeah. And we're pretty weak on this day. This is like the throw day, like the pivot day.
Yep. This is where you, depending on how lucky you get with your opponent, you kind of expect to
Like
lose
this
today.
number will catch up soon. What is it?
He
Come
got
on.
super
What is this?
lucky. They found a drum and looks like
Obsidian. Oh my god, he's gonna punch me so hard. Get out of here.
Looks like they had to
Do not
cannibalize their
punch.
money
No punch.
tree to buy that drum, and they're about to go into a drum pivot. This happens a lot on Pig, as you see with our board. Our board's good, but not terribly strong because you're on a pivot day. Pig, often when you find the winning line, you have to end up throwing to get there. Now that's a lot of heal and recovery, but just and a really big swing from that gauntlet. But expect
Surely I don't lose this. All right, thank you.
It did go
I don't
longer
know
than
why
I
I thought I
thought.
might, but
48 regen. Bushel is OP. Bushel's actually really strong in the early game. Honestly, if they didn't make that pivot and had money tree spamming there, that would be decent. I assume they also had to get rid of something like their
I mean smalls just because my board is so like useless.
Kukri,
right? Like,
or
all my
their
cards are blanks.
yeah, I assume they had to get rid of their kukri or their golf clubs also to afford that line.
Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
Nonetheless,
Rest stuff just on board. No.
the best possible time to have gotten a paid actor because it is the weakest possible moment for Silk. So that was a lucky pickup. I don't think Walter was in danger of not winning today. Look at him to snap grab this Textiles. Textiles is huge on a Silk line because now it gives you a big bunch of heal, convert your shield into heal that's going to be able to cleanse. And so that is a hard counter to your biggest weakness, which is Mac. Allows you to stay in the Mac fights, keep cleansing off their poison until you're often 2 to 3 swings in the early game of your claw are able to kill them off. Now, Mac can still regen enough that you still lose those fights. It's not a guaranteed win, but it is a very strong tech card in that fight. And Walter's board is going to slowly just get rid of everything else there. It's not doing anything. He's slowing down his activations.
Marianas.
I think this is a tough fight. I'm a little scared of this.
3, 1, 2. It's like
I'm not convinced he wins this here.
not really doing enough damage.
Yeah, no damage scaling. You got to get through 900.
It's very slow.
So you have to get 3 successful. There he goes. I think this is the correct line.
On this.
It's a little less gold expected value on the gold, but he is honestly, I would do this anyway for the cooldown reduction chance, because end game, that's what you have to solve. Again, I'll talk about it again in a minute when we're in a break, maybe in the fight. But for a Silk line, you in the early game, think of it as you want to kill them in 2 swings. In the late game,
fucking gold. Let's go.
Days 8 to 11, you want to be able to kill them in 1 swing. And Twilight, days 12 plus, you need to be able to kill them in half a swing. You need to either get claw swinging in like 4 to 5 seconds, or you need something like Fort that is drastically increasing the opponent's cast time. One of those 2 options. So we'll look for that as we move later in the game. He's just figuring out a cycling here. Belt is huge item on this board. Expected to, he's got a sell off for it, but yeah, Lumbors is gone. I wouldn't be surprised if he sold egg for it. He didn't have to. He's just gonna let that little egg that could get up to gold, see if he can get a good reroll item or just something. Lethargy is one of those ways that you counter your opponent by building up their speed. He is going to look in the late game to be leveraging cooldown reduction with something like a phonograph or charge with items that he's going to pick up from monster fights, or you know, dig
Just
or
like
those
we
kind
drew
of
it up,
encounters.
fucking Textiles versus Mac.
Yep. That's exactly why you grab that. Now, Silk is a little underscaled today. He's still a little weak today. Robe does
And he's red damage?
Red
boo,
damage.
Boo.
Yeah, he was kind of hoping for a no damage poison line.
Maybe we win this. This is so hard to evaluate. He has so many weird items.
So you're well built to cleanse poison if they don't have flat damage to eat your shield. Looks like the flat damage is pretty weak. So he's just going to keep full cleansing with Textiles. I think Walter's an easy win here now. It did take a minute.
It appears that we do win.
to evaluate that board. But just not, opponent's not able to stack poison because Textiles is full cleansing every time it swings. Picks up the victory. A little scared to see red cards on Mac when you're still in your kind of transition silk. I think depending on luck today, that should have been the weakest. The previous day was the weakest day. This was the second, and now expect Walter to start pivoting into real strength. He's gonna, oh gosh,
That's fucking crazy. What?
Gets the cooldown reduction for his claw. Gets a second damage conversion and spiked shield. When I say you have to swing twice to win in the early and mid game, you can now do that in one cast. Beautifully uses the truffle there to upgrade the egg to get more sale value out of not just the egg.
Like we actually have Crusher, so this is good. But then also this is good.
They're both good. I would grab both. Textiles would slot in against a Mac. Spike Shield against everybody else. He's gonna debate it because Walter actually doesn't like keeping his staff clunked up on a silk run. One of the problems.
I'm actually considering this.
Yeah, I am deeply considering it. But Walter smartly does not like to keep his stash clogged up because he needs it available for cycling. So at some point, probably by the next PvP fight, before he craps out those 5 items from it's gone now. Something's got to go now. Huge. Okay, so Lemonade Stand, one of the most undervalued items in the game, in my opinion. Huge hit point stacking. Every single time he cycles for Silk now, he is going to get 10 flat shield. 10 flat hit points. And that is just time. That is time that you get for your items to go off. When I was saying that in the Twilight, you have to swing in half, right? You have to one shot, or you have to one shot in like half as much time. The other way to do that is just double how long it takes them to kill you. Things like Fort does that by slowing them down. Things like Belt and cycling on your Lemonade Stand does that by making them have to get through twice as much. It's a huge line. He's gonna have to choose today to drop either Spike Shield or Textiles.
Technically,
expect the choice to be decided for him based on whether or not he goes up against Mac.
That's so good. Oh my god, what do I do now, actually?
Yeah, Haste Boots, we start solving the speed problem. I think that changes.
I have like
Spike
all
Shield.
the...
You want Spike Shield today, but you're going to want to just dig fully into your Crusher Claw later.
Oh my god.
And then he has a bunch of cycling. This is an embarrassment of riches. It is so good. Yeah, you get rid of Textiles or Spike Shield. One of them's in the trash. That jellyfish is gone. The problem is he is having to choose between power now and power later. That Spike Shield wins today. Those
like 3 spaces.
Those boots win on day 7, day 8. That's how he ends up starts getting his swing down to halftime. Remember, in the late game, in days 8, 9, 10, 11, he needs to kill him in 1 shot. After that, he needs to kill them in half a shot. Haste cooldown reduction is how you do it. He drops Belt so he could go the double damage line.
And then we swap.
Interesting. Worth doing because you do have Lemonade Stand here.
Whichever one of these we don't play today, we sell.
Yep.
And then
it's going to be decided by whether it's Mac or somebody else. He wants the Bonsai because it's free money and cycling. Pawn Shop is another way to value stack here. It's just a way to catch backup value so that you could start cycling items like those 4 silvers there that he had to pass. Once he gets rich, he'll be buying and selling silvers at 4 chocolate bars. He's gonna have to make the choice now before seeing the monster fight. He's gonna or before seeing the PvE fight, or just sharpening. Ooh, he passes the chocolate bars. I'm honestly shocked. That's choosing to win today versus a little bit of power tomorrow. He
it's
wanted to
Vanessa.
have the choice here so that he could pick which one he thinks is more important for the fight. Now, Vanessa can poison and burn. I think is slightly more likely to be
Vanessa with losses.
weapons, and if it's a weapons board, textiles does nothing. So he has to
I think she's
choose
weak, I think.
which one he thinks. He thinks he's more likely to be against poison burn Vanessa.
Are you sure? Noticed I'm huge?
We're out to dethrone a
What do we got?
not to squabble with
Looks like he might have been. Yep, looks like he was correct. Good read. A bit of both, but honestly, he's gonna need some cleanse. We'll see if he actually has any shield available to do it. Nope. Unfortunately, yeah, that textiles is just hard whiffing. Doesn't really need it. The opponent's not actually doing too much in terms of stacking up the poison. Walter kills him in 2 easy swings. It's a bit of a mixed Vanessa board that's not doing either thing well. Not fast weapons to utilize a silver shielded Treb, and not enough poison or whatnot to make much sense of the weather glass.
Hargoon goes absolutely wild here.
Walter
We
gonna
are
get
about to become
so much
so
value.
fucking wealthy.
Also gets to cycle. I would maybe sell the truffles, or sorry, I would have maybe sold my textiles there to get the 1 extra coin.
Just enough to make room.
Because you don't need it, because they're probably not going to run today. He's probably going to start doing more to work on either value stacking. I would kind of be surprised if those textiles are still around by the end of the day, to be honest. He's debating cash
pawn
register, but he can't do
For
both.
the day. I think that's good.
Oh, he's gonna float pawn just for the day and sell it at the end of the day. Thinks that he can buy and sell enough smalls, especially since he just wait, no, did he hit chocolates yet? I'm not sure he did. But this way he's able to start cycling those silvers, and he only loses 1 gold for each. So this is a way to kind of pretend that you have more money than you do. He's now recouping half the cost of those cycle sales, so he's able to get a couple more cycles in. I would not have done that.
Well, the reason
I
I
would have been
like,
wrong.
I have such a how do I say? I have such a
Late
bounty
game
of
setup. Yeah,
good late game items that I think I was always going to end up dropping Spiky anyway for Claw. So
Yeah.
I understand that like the Spiky may have been better on that day, but also like I don't know, maybe that makes no sense. I really like this card. I think this card is secretly OP.
Yeah.
But or not even secretly, but like I just think it's good.
Yeah. And it does make sense. Like,
And I think it's especially good with lethargy.
you do not do both spike and claw late if you get claw fast enough, because you don't want to even pay attention to the desync that can happen between your silk. He has to go to middle here, see if he can finally get the silk upgrade. Now his power is going to deeply depend on when he finds that upgrade. That's what we're going to look out for. He's gonna drop pawn. He grabs kiosk so he can get free value off of the pawn sale that he knows he has to do to make space for the chocolate bars. This is one of those teeny tiny things you do to get 1 extra gold. Really fun, good play.
Shrimple! It's just that fucking Shrimple. Let's go!
There it is. He's got the upgrade to gold.
Rock a rhyme, that's right on time. It's Shrimple.
I gotta be honest, this is,
It's Shrimple.
in my head, this is now a 10-win run. The question is about how many losses. He's still in the weakest part. He's gonna be just stronger and stronger relative to his opponents every single day from here on
Yeah,
out.
like Mazda, I literally think it very may well be a mistake on my part, like to make that choice. But I do value this card very highly.
I don't think you're right, Mazda. I mean, it does depend. It was that day's power versus long-term power, so it's just debating on whether you thought you were strong enough to win that board. I think I said I would have gone for Spike Shield against Vanessa also, but I get why the choice was made. I don't think it was I think it's a judgment call. But Textiles plays later. Now he has cleanse against Mac for a long time. Whereas Spike Shield's not going to get to play the video game. He's going to get in. Oh my
That
God.
is fucking insane. Holy.
Diamond
No way.
Silk Day
That's
7.
crazy.
So Claw's going to be in one-shot range. That Spike Shield would not get to play the video game anymore. He is going to have a one-shot Claw.
I mean, do I care about this
Maybe
thing?
by the
Like,
end of the
yeah, I
day,
guess you have a
definitely
little
by the end of
something cards when
tomorrow.
you have phonograph upgrade.
Huge. All about modern.
Some background noise there. Sorry, y'all. Pinata, get some cycling in. Holding truffles just in case he finds. Again, delaying every decision you can. He knew he had one spot he didn't have to get rid of. Kind of oversold there. Didn't actually have to sell yet. But he's holding that truffles in case he happens to run into a piggy bank. He can drop the truffles on, get a couple more free cycles out of it. Just one of those looking at the future play lines Walter always does when silk cycling. Wondering what he's debating here.
Yeah, no, like I agree. Spike was definitely lasting more than like the next couple of days in this scenario. The reason it's like when I have boots and phonograph and claw already, it's like I know the spike is going off eventually. So I was just thinking like, oh, this will help me win like versus Vanessa's. I don't know. I could be like way off base on that decision. Like I said,
And Iconic Wasp.
I'm not
asking,
like standing behind it 200% or however you want to frame it.
Iconic asking if Pig is a poor choice for this fight because he's not good at winning every day.
With the diamond, I was wrong.
It is correct. It's difficult.
With the diamond scarf, it's like
it's difficult for Pig to perfect run like some other heroes can. All of these kind of suck. He was really hoping for defense grid and didn't get it. You could pick up reserve shield. I think I would do that here just in case you get fort. It's the only time you put a large on this board.
I'm hesitant even to take this. There is like a scenario where we get like turbo icicle. We can not play this.
Right. Even a
like,
fork,
like a large
fort,
turbo
he's
icicle
probably gonna keep the CDR and go under. So
maybe this does something if my last card is like windmill or like money tree or something.
He's considering skipping the skills entirely to keep his skill pool lean so that if he sees
it's never doing anything.
Okay,
I think we're just gonna skip.
If he sees Grandmaster, he gets to force the upgrade right here. Sees Grandmaster, he's doing it for the lethargy. There it is. If you're wondering why he skipped those skills, it was specifically for what just happened. Seeing if he could get the lethargy upgrade. The more
especially
slow,
with
I'll let him talk.
Lethargy, I think the textiles is very strong.
The more he adds
like,
seconds to everybody's cast time, the more phonograph gets more value.
It's going to be good against this guy.
It's going to be great. No red cards, not much burn damage. Doesn't matter. Happens to crit just to speed it up. There wasn't a lot of suspense here. Walter entering day 8 with over 1100 shield on his silk already, and it's diamond. Shrimple for boots. Huge. Wonder if he's seeing it or if he's thinking
the rocket boots
of lemonade stand.
Shrimple the lemonade stand.
I'd go rocket boots
at 7 seconds, hasting for 2 seconds.
He's gonna do the math.
8.8. So shrimpling the rocket boots doesn't do anything for the first hit.
Oh, smart. Okay.
The difference is less than 4 seconds. Yeah. So
does the math, concludes it might be lemonade stand for free HP.
You may be too young to remember my films, but
nice. This is just more time the opponent has to get through. He's just, all of the things he's doing is to create extra space that the opponent has to get through for his combo to pop off first. No good options here. Goes to the antiquarian probably for cycling. That's I'm shocked by that too, to be honest. Free value on his PvE board. Didn't reroll there. There's very few items at the antiquarium you care about.
Claw, so vortex good. No vehicles.
Yeah. The haste on his board would put charge on one of the few other items, which are all good. So he's looking for the skill here. Could get a little bit of free charge. Everything he's doing now is focusing on speeding up Claw. He's gonna get into one-shot range pretty soon. And then it's just about getting Claw to go as fast as possible. He never got offered monster fight. Maybe he got one. I don't think he did. So he's not going to get the level up today. He's going to get the level 9 upgrade here, but he is not going to get the enchant today. That's free money. I think you just sell off your cycles here, including, yeah, whether you sell bonsai or truffles is the question. Oh, he's got space. I did the math wrong. Middle's huge. Actually, does he need middle now that he's got silk all the way up? I guess finding belt and the cycling. He can cycle chocolate bars. He could have cycled if he found safe or if he found briefcase. Walter has locked in which things he's starting to cycle at 8. Deciding to spend money at 8 to cycle now. Gonna get rid of tree, make space for the coins. Got chocolate bars. Oh my gosh, what a setup. That was more than 500 shield in 3 hours. That was about, yeah, that was a massive spike in power right there. Really good consecutive. Yeah, it's 640. Yeah, about 500 shields inside of just a couple of hours. And plus the hit point. Yeah, plus paid for the extra chocolate bars. Got the gold chocolate bars and the extra free hit points from his golden lemonade stand. That was just... And the coin cycling also got him 100 HP. Off the golden lemonade stand. That was just an insane turn there. He's doing good. He's not in one-shot range, but it doesn't matter. His opponents are too slow. This is a bad show. You're gonna go to Isla though and hope for briefcase and hope for hatchet. Only 2 real things that can provide cycling on an Isla board. Curious if he'll consider Kev. He doesn't really need it because he's already got the silk upgrade. So he's probably just going to pass chocolate bar cycle, spend the extra money, just get chunkier and chunkier. Curious what fight he's going to go here. He's already stash constrained.
Tool weapon, 10% CDR. That's better than the XP, right? Yeah.
So he's talking about the skill up there. The skill will give 5%.
The coral's telling me to recce.
It'll give cooldown reduction when he has weapons, properties, vehicles. I forget what else. But his boots count as vehicles, so so he would get 10 cooldown reduction from full arsenal.
Even that full arse.
Doesn't get it.
Captain's wheel. Interesting.
This is interesting
because
because
the same card as this. This is 7 seconds.
2 haste, and now he can drop the haste from rocket boots on.
Haste 2 just has 2 seconds. 7 seconds. Haste 2 Jason items. 7 seconds. Okay, so now it's 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he gets a free 1 second of haste on Captain's wheel.
Curio. Just for a million cycles. That's good.
I would go Curio.
Skill, I mean, you could have even more lethargy, right?
I'm not sure you want more lethargy until you get diamond
so
on your phonograph.
though.
He doesn't have enough cooldown reduction that he's really leveraging that. There we go. Watch him cycle the tourist chariot, a free cycle. Only costs him 1 gold because it paid back 2, and if he sells anything else on his board later, he gets that back.
That's probably not worth it technically.
Yeah, you actually don't want to cycle that shield trap thing. I always forget what the name of it is. It's not nearly as much as buying and selling neutral items, non-weapons. He's gonna cycle that Fang just for the hit points he gets off Lemonade stand. Radiant on Claw is very big. This version of the board is lacking a little bit of damage. He is not totally in the one-shot range, but he might
Gumballs.
get here with Gumballs if he could sell for it.
I mean, I want this, but
the thing is he doesn't actually have enough money. He's gonna have to sell off Bending, which is 3 cycles anyway. So he's selling selling off 3 cycles tomorrow to get 5 cycles today. And a little bit of value because he has to pay for these, and he would have got paid for those.
Vanessa
kind of doing he's on a perfect run clip. It's
kind of not stressing with Radiant Claw, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, his damage is now not slowable. It has cooldown reduction.
Not one-shotting if I don't crit.
Yeah, not one-shotting.
And they have what? I can't mouse over their cards because, you know.
They have a hasted Orange Julian. Again, Claw's almost going twice by the time Julian goes. Does not matter that he's not in one-shot range because of gold lethargy.
What did I say, chat? Best card in the game. Again.
That was
one of the opponents all the time. That's true.
Sees chocolate bars again. He's hitting all the cycles. Doesn't have much money, but is getting pretty. I think you have to start picking up.
Holy.
Not only is that
fucking value
money, it's also free cycling. So he decided to sell that early. I think that was a misplay. Should have held it just in case he sees a piggy bank that could have been 3 more coins.
I could also just play this, like cut textiles, just play energy potion.
Walter keeps leaving 2
Sounds
empty
weird,
spaces
but, like,
for each monster fight.
On this is good.
Which isn't something he normally does. He normally runs as tight as he can. He's not generating anything during the monster fights. So
I think lethargy has been quietly insane this game.
Oh yeah, lethargy is responsible for most of the wins. Also, the hit point stacking.
Grandmaster.
See, ooh, misses the lethargy.
Yeah.
Gonna take healthy hoarder. Free hit points is free hit points. Tuscari cannot have lethargy.
I actually can't get lethargy from any of these.
Lethargy also exists on Mac. Tuscari can only have skills that only Pig has. Housewarming gifts is whatever insane,
with this,
but it's a longer term play, and Walter's hoping to cash out today.
Time you so like.
I think defense grid. I think you're going to Fortis for defense grid here.
There's like over heal haste. So like if I go here, it has 15 flat heal on it, and then
there's no way that procs before the enemy does damage to you. I don't think the overhead heal haste is a line.
For 7 seconds under lethargy.
I think you got a defense grid or housewarming gifts.
I think
housewarming gifts and Chocoholic are the 2 he's looking at now.
Of course, it's useless.
Sells off to reroll. Trader. All right, he gets paid back. All of those chocolate bars are now worth value. Now his cycling is going to start building his reserve. If he has to go another day, that'll make a pretty big play. If he doesn't, it does nothing. Picking up free hit points, make the enemy work harder to get under him. I do not think he's in one-shot range. He's probably going to have to swing twice.
Textiles on the 10-0 board. Let's go.
Look at Walter's hit points versus the enemy. This is the power of doing all of this cycling with the lemonade stand. You have an enemy who has
not one-shotting
500 hit points, or no, 1,000 hit points happening off of her skill, and probably did some hit point scaling herself. And Walter is still sitting 2,300 hit points over them.
What are these freezes, by the way? Like, what?
And this is the fight.
Okay. Well, I'm curing all these
should
burns,
close it out.
Yeah.
310 wins in a row. Waltercoolest with 2 perfect runs.
I actually like. Should I go for another perfect?
I think he does. Does he have time? He has 1 hour.
Like, I have an hour left. I can do that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So
Absolutely. All right.
Let me,
I'm gonna mute Waltercoolest. He is now muted. I'm gonna throw up our coming up screen here, and we are gonna take a commercial break. Walter is gonna go get that run validated, come back, and he's not gonna wait for us. We're gonna run a commercial break. He's just gonna jump into the run and see if he can speed run a third perfect. So we're gonna be right back into the next hour. Really exciting stuff. I'm gonna run ads, and we will jump into the game when we come back. Stay tuned. All right, here we are in the run, y'all. Very sorry about that. We are entering the day one fight. I'm sorry we missed a little bit of the day one planning. Looks like he has Gonjo's damage scaler. It does pop off on a Pickles Protector. He's getting 2 times the shield value on that, which is very hard to compete against day one. Poison's the only thing he's worried about. That is not enough poison to care. That's not going to take him out. No damage scaling on the opponent. Walter should be comfortable here. He's going to finish this fight with something probably like 800, 900 shield. He should win this pretty handily. I'm not sure, Hunty, that the tournament data would tell us too much. Because again, the tournament is just so structured to favor tempo boards. Pig is unfortunately not the best tempo player, not really good at not dropping runs. This is really impressive gameplay we're watching. In 3 runs, getting 2 perfects on Pig is kind of unheard of. Expect dually players to be much, much better at this format. Unfortunately, we have the item glitch. Walter cleared it. Cool. Going into day 2 shops, he is looking for much better damage scaling than he has. It would be funny as hell if he is able to actually leverage. He would have to hit an upgrade on it like now, and still might debate not doing it because Regal Blade is not good. It is usable if all the stars aligned, but it's not particularly good. Debating if he's going to go claw. I'm not sure. The shield scaling's strong, but that's still a pretty terrifying fight.
Rogue Gonjo.
It's a lot of defensive scaling. I think this is risky. Yeah, doesn't do it. I think that's a very
Play to crush.
Risky. It depends whether or not the crit happens before his shield scaling comes fully online. Whether or not he wins that fight, so that's a little dangerous. You don't consider the format and interpreting data. That's
I'm eating my banana.
Not necessarily true because of the reroll, because you're going to get a lot of skewed data of people rerolling to get better starts and whatnot. The means of the format means not everybody is playing out perfect runs. They're doing cheeky concede mechanics, reroll mechanics, etc. to be as sweaty as humanly possible. So you're actually getting like some of the weirdest data right now, but you know, it is data. It is cool. We don't know what tools TempoStorm has to leverage. That is an incredibly strong skill. Pretty good pickup. No claw here means we very unlikely to see a silk run. He's going to start building, hoping to find something.
I'm strongly
like
contemplating rolling this shop. Yeah, I'm
hoping to see 28. Doesn't see it. Can leverage those two.
Not really.
It's actually not value gained by picking up Piggy Bank.
Not.
There's no loss in grabbing Hatchet here, but Piggy Bank is revenue neutral on that play. Would have given him cycling just in case he hits Barcoon or something. But is not exactly worth spending.
Okay,
Kev here, hoping for 28, hoping for showcase. Picks up another silk. Has to do it. Now, this is going to be a much harder run.
Call him Kev.
Much harder run. Do not expect a perfect run here. He does not have claw. He's going to have to do Spike Shield, which has desync opportunities. Assuming, we don't know, might end up being able to find Crusher Claw at Curio, but your best chance of doing that is when the bronze vendors are more common, which is day 1, day 2. It becomes less and less and less common that you will see Curio and have a chance at it. So this is going to be a much more interesting version of the Silk line if we see it. I know you all might be a little disappointed to see 3 silks in a row, but if like If you have not mastered this line, this is the man that you should watch to do it. This is all I talked him into doing this so that I could hopefully cast Walter's Silk play. I am so fucking giddy. Also, if he wins this tournament with 3 Silk boards, Walter will single-handedly get Silk nerfed, and you all don't have to worry about playing it against it anymore. So if you want any motivation for cheering on Walter right now, it is 3 perfect Silk runs, in my opinion, would get it murdered. That's all you need to do. There would be so much cry to nerf the skill. So let's cheer Walter on to get the skill balanced, or the item balanced. That Julian's not stacking too much, so he looks pretty good here. It's just like his damage is desynced, obviously, on this board. The poison's probably not enough to actually make a difference, so that wins. He's excited he's got it. Now, one of the things that comes into play is...
Look at his beautiful skills.
Is that Walter has only 51 minutes to win here. He has to close out another Silk run. Silk runs are a little longer than normal runs because of all of the extra APM required to do the cycling. And honestly, because a lot of tough decisions between when you're going to go to build your board versus when you're going to go to cycle, Walter grabs the very, very rare... Oh, there's the Silk upgrade. The very rare Coin Cure line. He gets the Silk upgrade early. This isn't as strong as you think. Because he's gonna get a guaranteed upgrade. It gives him exactly 2 hours worth of cycling that he wasn't gonna get. But it does mean he gets another upgrade that might go on to Ganjo. It makes him stronger today. It's not a lot for his long-term power.
Playing this shit.
He's debating how to run Coin Cure. And honestly, this means that he can't take the monster fight that could have...
you know what? I don't care.
Doesn't care. Yeah, that could have the ticket. Now, you're going to deeply undervalue ticket with this current format. The goal is a perfect run. Ticket happens on day 9. It also is day 9 on a Silk board. That's a lot of cycling he could do for immediate power versus the enchants. So as strong as the enchants are, if you're playing on curve and you've already gotten your spike shield into one-shot range, it's actually possibly revenue neutral or losing power. So on a attempt at a perfect run, you aren't valuing ticket as high as you would in other contexts. Obviously has to figure out how to get those chocolate bars there. Chocolate bars against the worst Silk merchant. Isla only has 2 items that you can actually cycle for Silk, being the 1 truffle that you would get off of buying hatchet, or the 2 coins you would get off of buying briefcase. Picks up the chocolate bars, only has 13 gold, so doesn't spend the extra on it. Has the upgrade now. Not sure what he's going to put it on. I think it goes... He doesn't have very much speed activators for Robe. So it could go on Robe, but it's not going to give him a lot of power. Actually, I think it's Ganjo. He's going to go for Robe. He goes for Robe. I think
this might actually do something today, and then...
Term?
Yeah. This is much better, so let's do this.
Yeah. He's thinking about which play is more power today. I actually think Ganjo, because he has the Piggles Protector, might have been the better upgrade, because you get to double the shield value out of that. I don't think he's getting more than maybe 1 more cast period out of that Robe. Gets Gumballs, huge pickup. This is more what you want to see on a Silk line. You're on day 3. You already got your Silk near 100 per day. He's at 290. That's like the perfect. That's exactly where you want to be by day 3, day 4. Expect him to pass that benchmark. And then you want to be able to get like an extra 20 to 50 every day on top of the 100 until you get up to gold, which you're hoping to do by day 6. So the biggest question marks in the run is when and if he will get the gold upgrade onto Silk, and if he's going to get a chance at Crusher Claw from Curio. If he doesn't, he has to constantly worry about the difference between Silk and Spike Shield, which means he does not get to work on cooldown reduction is hard. He doesn't get to solve the cooldown problem. The best way then to get the board online is to be looking for Fort in the late game, because any cooldown reduction you do on one creates more desync space between the two.
Acorns. I'm almost sure that was a good trade.
Gets the chance to pick up a cycle generator in cash register. We've seen both runs how strong cash register is. Has the chance at the robe upgrade. It is spending money for power today and he has to sell for it. I'm a little surprised he's considering it here. I don't think robe is very strong right now. Oh, he's not. Maybe he's considering... Okay, sorry. He's considering whether he could cycle ATM and then still buy the textiles. So that's what it was. He sold off items because he knew he wasn't going to run them because he's going to run the textiles. Bought the ATM to get the 2 income value. Sold it, bought the textiles. Now he is using Ganjo to scale the heal on textiles. So textiles has a chance. Yeah. And then he goes into a Hexa. All you need on a Hexa is 1 small item so that she poisons the crap out of herself and a little bit of recovery. A little bit of heal so that the poison doesn't kill you before it kills her. In this particular fight, Walter's just got a dominant board. It's not even a challenge, but a Hexa is pretty easy to cheese as long as you're only running 1 small item. So all of her... Actually, you don't even have to. Her viruses still completely turn into poison. You just need a tiny bit of regen if you're not doing enough damage to kill her on your own, right? Tiny bit of heal, tiny bit of regen. Shield itself is not enough because, of course, she's using poison damage. Walter's trying to debate the line, goes for the coins just for the immediate cycling because he didn't have enough money. If he had a lot, sells crypto. I didn't see what that was at, but I'm assuming it was a high number. Usually, I always sell crypto at 5 or above. I think Walter tends to wait for about 7 or 8. Gets the skills. There's not a ton of skills that play well on Silk. So Walter grabs the crit chance on shield, which is actually really good on the spike shield line because it's also crit chance on your spike shield. Walter's picking up speed, realizes he only has an hour to get through the whole run.
Enemy. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Counting his cycle drops, counting how many things are going to be generated into the stash.
Textiles carry me. This is the round.
Now he has... This is where the textiles comes into play. It's going to be cleanse. Looking to see how powerful of a board we're against.
He's trained.
Oh, he's got a full slow board trained in
Shadows
Spider
of Disaster.
This is a brutal opponent. The regen is slow though.
God.
Yeah, Walter's dead here. Oof. That's
Okay.
really
I'm gonna
rough
still
on day
play this
4.
one. He has Snazer's 15, right? So I'm at 16%. All right, I'm just gonna play this one. That can be my only loss.
Yeah, Walter has a chance to win the tournament right now.
He could be fine.
From what we know, we only know about the streamers. Right now, Snazer has 2 perfect runs and a 15 prestige run. So Walter, if this is his only loss, still has a chance to be ahead. If this is his only loss, will prevail and come ahead of Snazer.
And I guess Arkan's ring exists.
Who's not streaming and what they're at, and if that's better. But he came into this run knowing that if he lost too much prestige and had time, it would be worth. Oof, oversold. Feels the impact of the misplay. Doesn't actually matter because he gets a monster fight. But this is why you should be holding your items, because if you run into something like Valpak in that particular instance, he could have gotten a bunch of free coins back off reselling those small bronzes to Val.
That, I guess.
Not punished because he gets the monster fight, which is a better play.
Maybe
instead.
we lose this. I'm not sure. I never played this guy.
It is slow combat scaling.
Maybe I was supposed
but
to keep
combat
textiles
scaling
in for like burn prevent.
No, burn is not the thing he's worried about. This is not a fight you take very often on Pig. It just doesn't have anything rewarding, and it's any crits, so it doesn't matter.
I guess it didn't matter.
10% crit chance. There's something weird in the monster fights that crit chance seems to be just significantly higher against monsters. So put whatever tiny bit of crit you can on your board. It helps you in moments like this. He's got a choice to go for Ticket here, to go for Resto Claw. Nothing really works that well. Ticket, cooldown reduction, and the Petrifying Gaze, which is a good way to buy some time, freeze enemy opponents when you get to mid-health. All of those are good options. This is a non-issue monster fight. Again, look at that. Crit chance because of the 10%. Something very weird with crit against monsters. Expect him to crit about 80 or 90% of the time against the monster fights. It's just what happens. I'm not sure why. Arkan's Ring does count. Arkan's Ring does count. So it's another line. Like, Walter's committed to this run now. There's no way on Pig Walter can get through another 10 winner. He had to decide right at that loss whether he was going to do it or not. And so Walter's committed to this run. Walter, mind you, has 2020 and 8. We're showing on the screen. So just improving his pole position is worth doing, even if you never know, something might happen, like maybe Snazzer's run started before the start or whatever. You want to do the best you can, submit the best you can. Also just to get as close. So even if Walter lost, Walter's going to play out this run. And since Arkan's Ring exists, there's a chance. Now Textiles upgrade does not help in any way, shape, or form. So what Walter's going to do here is he's going to sell that. He's going to sell the Textiles. He's going to cycle the piggy bank, and then he's going to rebuy the Textiles. There's no value from doing the upgrade. Every time you see,
that was an error.
not sure what error he's referring to.
2, 3. 2, 3. Okay.
No, that was correct. I think that was correct.
Yes. Well.
You might be seeing something I'm missing here.
Okay, no punish.
Oh, he was thinking of holding something based on what he saw on this screen. I'm not sure what it is.
We're kind of okay. Let's do that.
Cycling at 8. He's got a lot of gold. That's a pretty high number to cycle at already. He's got a ton of generators though. So he does generate a lot of income every day by virtue of the premium pickles and the cash register. He's sitting pretty comfortably.
Enemy Silk with clubs.
A pacifist club board. I mean, it's not pacifist because of the club, but that's a bronze club. Enemy Silk is half of what Walter's is because Walter's APM on Silk cycling is insane. There's going to be a lot of regen with Lemonade Stand, but Walter's going to one-shot them eventually. So this is a guaranteed win. Opponent does have a gold Lemonade Stand. I kind of wonder what the total hit point pool is. I don't expect Walter to waste time looking at the replay screen here. But I'm curious if anyone knew what that HP was up against. Walter and us.
Have you heard of golf clubs?
Griefed by the bug.
One of the cards that exists.
This is a really bad board. He's probably going to reroll Mandala here, maybe. Again, there's only 2 items you can get from Isla that could possibly create any cycling. Relax does nothing because it gets eaten by the monster fight. The shield you gain from Relax is very strong if you get it after the PvP fight. But if you get it before, it just gets eaten by the monster fight. Doesn't really have a good line. Oh, picks up Boomerang.
Use it well.
Boomerang's going to provide some free cycling, provide hopefully some cooldown reduction. That combo, now he's running out of board space, wondering if he's going to think of doing it. That's free money right there. He can buy kiosks.
It's correct, but I have to give up on this.
Yeah, has to give up on that, which is not honestly generating that much. He's going to grab kiosks, cycle Fixer Upper, and he just got paid for it. He should not cycle 28. Ooh, that was a misplay. If he did the math, he actually lost 1 coin on that. He lost a coin again. So what he might be doing here is deciding to hedge kiosks. In fact, I think Walter knows the math well enough that he is. If you buy and sell properties on a silver kiosk, you get 5 gold back. Buying a silver large is a cost, a marginal cost of 6. So it costs you 1 coin every time you buy and sell a large medium on a medium silver kiosk. But he now does have that as a secondary damage line because Spike Shield is unfortunately pretty hard to get in one-shot range. So it's possible and likely that he's currently using that for the purposes of a hedge into a secondary damage line. There's a way, if you got streaming set up, to even full pivot into that line and have Silk as your defensive layer, something like streaming setup, Kiosk, and Fort. Because the Spike Shield desync gets real later on. Oh, do not tell Walter that, you guys. You don't want to get in his head. That's good for Snazzer. I might delete this comment. See if I can delete it before Walter sees it. Sorry, y'all. I just don't want to get in. I'm not sure I can. Oh, well. Unfortunately, this is the problem with Walter having access to chat, is that chat can grief him. No worries. If you're able to delete it, go ahead and delete it. But if you can't, that's fine.
That's right.
It's Shrimple. He gets the upgrade.
It's Shrimple to rock a ram. That's right. On time. It's Shrimple.
Okay.
It's Shrimple. Shrimple.
Spam the chat.
Shrimple to rock a ram. That's right. On time.
Get this off screen.
Shrimple.
Walter. Ignore me. It's Shrimple. Yeah, can we get some Shrimple spam in the chat? Nice, people. Nice. Thank you. Just trying to protect Walter's mental. Even if you know, he's only eligible for second place right now.
I already saw it. It's fine. It's like I don't have time for another run anyway.
Yeah.
I just have to find Arkin on day 10 or 11 and get the ring, and then we just also get it perfect. Like I have enough prestige that I can still get it perfect. Or I'll go to Gassio too. He can have Arkin's ring.
Yep. Gassio, Arkin, and
I mean, like, you know, like,
yep. Arkin's
getting
ring
3 perfects on Pig in 4 hours is so hard. Like
that would
that's,
be
that's such a crazy standard compared to being able to play like 9 dually games or whatever.
That's true. Does anyone know how many runs Snazzer did in order to get that? How many dually runs has Snazzer done so far?
Welcome to my business. This is a gift at any price.
Gets the money tree.
The maximum punish. Unlucky.
Oh yeah, sold the coins before. Doesn't matter too much. Sitting really pretty in terms of
Mr. Moo.
Oh man. Okay, having a chance.
He's a movie and.
Yeah, having a chance at 50% crit chance by just running one other weapon on your board, that skill is insane. It's very unlikely. As you can see, this is a very wide board with lots and lots of loot. But that would solve a lot of Walter's damage problems. 100% crit chance is one of the ways that you get your spike shield into one-shot range. And that skill alone would solve half of that problem. Does he get it? No. Was unlikely. Boomerang is just paid itself off with the free XP though. Huge. Gonna go to Fortis, gonna look for defense grid. Or take the 5% crit chance and run, because defense grid's a pretty low likelihood, not worth the reroll.
Thug.
Now, one of the big problems with running Spike Shield instead of Claw is that you can't get value out of some of the best items of the game, like Rivet Gun here. So if you were on a Claw run, you would go to Rivet Gun, you would go to Suds to fish for Rivet so that you could charge your Claw, but you can't because it's a desync on Spike Shield. Instead, Walter's going to go fish for Bonk. Or just the general amount of gold. The other OP loot here that most people don't consider is that it is a 40 gold bar of gold right there. That is nuts. That is like so much money in one single loot item. Also a chance that he could make some usage out of
dealer. Here
it is.
No,
The bar gold.
That's good too.
That's very good. That's not as much excitement as I expected out of Walter, who loves this item. Nonetheless, he's fucking rich, so that's good. That doesn't solve any immediate problems though, but he can start cycling. Watch him maybe make some space so he can start cycling these large properties. No, just not gonna bother selling off for it. Should be cycling these for certain. That was a misplay. Oh no, he had to leave the empty space for the coin. Not a misplay. I was thinking it was a misplay not to cycle, but he wanted to hold or not to buy and sell. Still could have done it though. He still could have bought and sold the showcase and then grabbed the piggy bank. He's gonna sell off. Expect piggy bank to give him the coins here. Again, money's not really the problem. He's gonna go for ticket. Come out of day 9 with the damage enchant to solve the one-shot damage problem. Clearing up boomerang. He has 3 different things that are gonna come on the board. Honestly, that's a bit of a misplay. He could, it's not a huge difference, but he could have dropped in the pickles.
I mean, if I don't lose again, I should be okay to finish a half hour, but
yeah, he could have dropped in
if
the
I lose
pickles
again,
there
then it
to
kinda
charge
doesn't
his
matter.
rope.
Yeah, it's whatever, but
on how the tournament works, is the info on Discord? Yes, all of the tournament info is on Discord.
I mean, Textile's looking pretty good in this one too.
Yeah, the textiles cleanse, keeping him pretty heavy in the fight there.
Next time, boys. Less
Textiles carry.
more
Yeah, this put in work.
Actually, did he keep the premium pickle or the regular pickle? Let me see. He kept the regular pickle. So I am wrong. He kept the regular pickle in case he got more crit chance out of it rather than the premium pickle, which means he was correct to just let textiles be the thing that was charging his robe. So there was no point in running the other pickle on the board. So I was incorrect there. Walter, as always, reading a silk board much better and faster than me. Oh, expect a hard buy of that gumball machine. Yeah, getting rid of tree for it.
So
debating if he
we
wants
can
to
have this
cycle
for
the
today,
golds.
but this is gonna.
Oh,
Gumball
also,
machine is gonna grief our large appetites. So
I don't know where I was when Walter got large appetites and I missed it, but that is clearly the reason Walter is keeping the small item off his board. He's trying to keep his board down to 5 items for large appetites. Thinking of grabbing globe here, free hit points every day. It's
globe because I'm gonna have to sell gumball machine. That sort of makes sense to me.
That's only if he thinks that like running robe is worth it.
Guardian, am I gonna lose to
that? Yes.
Surely not, right?
I think he might lose to this. He also got griefed by the gumball in the fight. Actually, no. With the extra
oh, you know what?
chance,
I just griefed my boomerang. I think, right? Yeah, I don't have enough spots. That was a bad mistake.
Yeah,
I
with
just
the
griefed my
extra crit
boomerang
chance, it doesn't matter.
Because I have Piggle still, and it refuses to upgrade.
Again, some bizarrely weird bug.
All right, I guess we just don't have. Well, we do.
You could maybe just.
All right,
yeah, I think that's a fine move, but you also could consider just ditching this. Likely are not going to run out of gold at this point.
We're going to 6.
Yeah, he knows if he gets one more on that. Now, it's okay to grief one because you'll get paid back more than you spend on this. But he needs to make space for those chocolate bar cycling unless he's, so it doesn't matter. He didn't sell off before because he knew he had to come back to the screen because when he goes to the gumball encounter, the gumball drops on the board. When he goes to the chocolate bar encounter, it goes on the board. Huge line, super rare enchant. Very few people know about this. Part of the reason Walter was hedging globe. I hope he hovers it a second for us all to see. That is a start. Is that a start of combat or half health? That is a full board enemy slow Walter just got there. Very weird enchant on a very rare combo. He knew it when he saw globe. I completely forgot about it until I saw the enchant. There are very few enchants that are any good on a silk line, save for damage enchants, so you have a lot of whiffs. So hedging for these types of things that are going to get some EV on your board.
I'm just forced to
sell gumball machine or drop the crit chance from the piggle.
Like maybe I can greed this anyway.
Honest to God, I might have run that instead of the piggle.
Vanessa with wins.
just so he doesn't have to sell this gumball machine here,
Lose a
or
lot of
he
HP.
chooses to keep it and just lose the HP from the skill.
Alternatively, I could do this and not like take the grief.
He's debating power today versus power tomorrow. If that gumball falls on his board, which it
This is so
does, because the
scary if
gumball
that's
starts
CC
at the
though.
beginning of the encounter, he loses the extra hit points he gets out of the skill. He loses 500 HP. I think this is correct. I don't think that.
I could also not worry.
Yeah, and just
I'm gonna do this actually.
Yeah, I think this is correct. I think you want textiles against Vanessa, who can poison or burn. And I think you want to keep the hit points over the tiny bit of crit chance. Start of combat, slow 3 items for 4 seconds is what we're looking at here with that heavy globe. It is a ridiculously dumb enchant. It means Orange Julian did not get to play the video game. That enchant is oppressively strong and only costs you hedging an item you would otherwise never run on your board.
My cabine is getting in the action.
Isn't cycling more with this much money in Expedition coming up? He is making a lot of board improvement choices, and he knows he's getting a shit ton of cycling happening with the gumball machine.
We won't bore the trial of pain.
I'm not sure I noticed lines where he could have.
And I'm not gonna grief myself this time. I'll just do.
So Walter gets to do the gimmick.
Some lame shit.
This is a way to cheese one of the monster fights. If you have more hit points than the opponent, you can just run all non-active items on your board against the caltrops and automatically win. You just need to have 2,325 hit points or more. It's possible, I've never done the math, that this storm kills you both at the same moment if you have a little bit less than that, but probably don't do that as that's high risk. This is riveting gameplay. Unfortunately,
I mean, Hunty, it may have been like I'm not playing like super accurate because I have to finish the run in 24 minutes. So like I'm not spending a super amount of time like figuring out if it's it's worth it though. But like you may very well be correct that like I should have bought every 4 there. Like that sounds reasonable to me, but
I'm typing it in the chat rather than saying it so Walter can hear me, because chat can get in his head and I think he's doing the right line. There is a lot, like we get to go back to 2 previous gameplays to see pretty perfect Silk gameplay. And now that's not the video game anymore. Now Walter should be playing kind of as fast as he can, has 24 minutes to finish the run. If he loses, that's just not going to happen, unfortunately. So there's definitely medium cycling he could do if he remembers to, but if he forgets to, it's just...
I agree, the fight is wasting time. But like...
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be okay. Like either I'm gonna lose, in which case the time won't matter, or I'm gonna finish the time. I'm not that concerned about it.
Yeah. Yeah, if he loses, he at this point loses enough prestige that he's not even likely to be in second place. So the time doesn't matter. But if he wins, he's not going to fall behind. So that's a fair observation. Looking for a pickup here. Oof. So you can make a lot of hay if you already had an enchant on Spirit Diffuser. If you already had an enchant on either your Silk or your Spike Shield, Spirit Diffuser can put the enchant on the other one. There's still a chance of a desync, but it does get you into the fight so much faster that it's a line. It's not a great line, but you can play it.
It's another one of these.
But with only one, with no enchant on either, then Spirit Diffuser is only going to charge one, and there's a chance that it just hard loses the game by charging your Spike Shield instead of your Scarf. So he just goes for the burn enchant on Silk. Again, he's debating
Textiles carry. One time.
Whether the
Let's go.
tiny,
Let's do it.
whether the tiny bit of crit chance is better than risking future cycling. Because if that gumball falls on his board, he loses 500 hit points from his skill. There we go. Got the crit chance. I think we're at 20% chance crit with that skill at Diamond. So there's a little bit on the lucky side there, although we have not crit in PvP with it yet. Probably was going to win that fight anyway. Has a chance at some small item cycling, or just picking up some hit point and shields here. Gonna go for the small item cycling. He's gonna have trouble using small items. I think he's just gonna cycle that ointment. He's not gonna use it, because again, he has to keep his stash within 5. Held on to the truffle, uses it on the piggy bank, gets some free cycling out of that, gonna hold it further until he gets the maximum number out of it. He keeps getting Isla. He's gonna take the upgrade just because it's
I'll explain
meaningless.
why after the game.
Yeah, the money doesn't matter. The other thing, there is a chance if Walter gets something like a bootstraps or whatnot, that he decides he wants to leverage, having some of the items already upgraded means there's more of a chance for that bootstraps to be forced where he wants it to. There's a couple of weird little lines where that upgrade might matter, but what matters is the upgrade doesn't cost him anything because he's not going to run out of gold. He's entered the stage of the game where he is infinitely rich, so money doesn't matter. Hoping for the skill here. Pendulum can also close the gap between your silk and your spike shield. Skill is nuts. He still, unfortunately, does not have a lot of crit chance. Something he's going to hopefully resolve in some of his future skills. He's deciding to lose the money of cycling with Pawn Shop, so that he can get the maximum number of coins for maximum cycling on his piggy bank. He knows he doesn't need the money. It's one of those plays where he's just like giving himself as much power as possible. Got the burn on Spike Shield. Got a whole other cycling set here in Chocolate Bars. He's starting to become dangerous, not in one shot range, but with the burn. He only needs one activation cycle of those 2 items to win the fight. Definitely spending the gold for the extra hit points.
Vanessa again.
Puts the gumball machine in.
Versus keeping the gumballs. I'm going to keep the gumballs again.
Yep, making the same choice, deciding he wants the hit points versus the tiny bit of crit chance.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Opponent also has foreboding winds. Opponent has a huge slow board, which is really bad for Silk. Silk is really vulnerable to slow. Luckily, the first slow hits Spike Shield, so he's probably not going to get desynced here. The question is, does he stay alive long enough to get a swing in? Or does all his shield get eaten in the meantime? He gets a swing. The burn's going to... Oh!
Oh, that's so sad. This didn't crit, right? Yeah.
The shrimp comes off and closes out the fight. That's it. This is unlikely.
Maybe if I sold the gumballs, we win.
I don't think so. I mean, that he would have had 8% more
unlucky
crit chance.
It was a good effort.
So this run, he still should finish out the run. Still has a chance of.
I mean, Arkin doesn't save me at this point. It doesn't get me enough prestige.
But the Arkin ring can put him over his current win value. So he now has 6 prestige. If he gets an Arkin ring, he gets 11. So he does place higher in the tournament. I'm not sure we're going to see tournament placement ratings, but Walter, if anyone that I know at all is you completely play the game all the way to the bitter end, is going to do it. So he does have a chance to still increase the value of his total performance if he picks up an Arkin ring here. Now, it's not going to happen, but there is the theoretical chance that in one day, Walter can actually get back to perfect prestige. This would look like seeing Gassio for Arkin's ring, Arkin for Arkin's ring.
That's happening for
and
sure.
dig for Arkin's ring. Never seen it happen. I have gotten I've gotten Arkin's ring from
I mean,
all
I'm
three
down
of
to
those,
play out the game. You know what I mean?
and I have gotten 2 in one day.
Gonna try to finish it.
But he does have one more day in front of him, so there could be the triple Arkin. There could be the triple Arkin, and it would be the greatest comeback in Bazaar history, because we don't yet have comebacks in Bazaar history, so it would be amazing. Strong debate if you even drop that or if you go for the skill. Lets you cycle Morb. At this point, you don't expect to go too long. You gotta go to dig here. I wonder if he knows it.
Right, well, Pearl has Arkin's ring, obviously.
Yep, he does. Okay, and it's just gonna be every goddamn coin he has, pretty much, for the stupid high roll. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just play for the win, sir. It's gonna be hard not to cash out on something like Water Wheel, which is gonna make his board significantly stronger. Walter, again, is just inclined to play the best and have the best outcome that he can get, rather than like min-max the chance.
This is like worth, right? Like if I get
ring or bust, buddy. Ring or bust. Nah, like, he's gonna go for it.
Keep that.
He's gonna go for it. Yeah.
Just do that.
You can't convince Walter not to play the best game he can. He knows the double ring isn't coming. He's not going to fish for it.
Sure. Diamond Pigs Gym. Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of free hit point stacking if he comes up onto some weapons. Not a lot of time left to utilize it, but again, doesn't cost him. He's got too much money. There you go. Cool little play here. Cool.
You're not a weapon? Holy crap, the tricks.
Walter moves the weapon up into the stash, which means as he buys cargo shorts is a weapon. It gains the tags of items in your stash as you buy it. He moves
next
Spike
day
Shield
I can just find
stash,
2 Arkins rings.
buys cargo shorts.
One from Gassio, one from Arkin. Like, no problem, we got this. 4 toxic one. Okay. But why don't I slow the what?
Oh, he's hosed here.
Oh no. Maybe
can he kill this fat pig with
I'm
the crit?
fine.
With the crit!
Just kidding. Don't play this card. It's really bad.
He was actually in danger of getting through that much hit points. Manages to get the crit. Huge play there. Sorry to yell into the microphone. As I was saying, that silly little move that Walter did that you probably weren't paying too much attention to, where he moved the weapon into the stash and bought those cargo shorts, netted him 100 hit points. That one little play is 100 hit points. It's tiny things like that that you do at this level to be competitive in the game. Now you're seeing him start to cycle very fast. He only has 14 minutes left to finish the game and get into the lobby and submit his form. So he's picking up speed, goes for gumballs here. I would sell it. There's no reason to hold anything. If he loses today, nothing really matters. He would have a lot of trouble getting through another day in time. Walter doing the single slot gumball cycle so that he doesn't have to make 5 slots open in stat. No Arkin. No Arkin, unfortunately.
I'm mad.
So this run is not going to be an improvement.
I guess
on his
Juggler
total score.
Speeds me up by like half a second, technically. Maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah, the monster fight here doesn't matter too much. There is a chance that he gets a charged shield when burn, which will close a little bit of the gap. But since both items are shield and burn items, he doesn't know that the charge is going to land on his spike shield.
That 1 diamond skill that gives you all your prestige back?
None of these change whether or not he wins today. So he should reroll. He does. He's now running a large item.
Nope.
Yeah, that would actually brick his build. Unironically, if he picked that skill, he loses the game because the Piggle would charge his spike shields. His spike shield would swing before his silk. He would do no damage. He obviously knows this, doesn't go for it. he picks. So now when
I mean, I'm
Waterwheel
trying to win
goes,
today, right? Like,
it
I mean, it
puts
doesn't
shield
matter.
on.
Like, okay, it's a weird situation. Like
Yeah, the tournament changing.
all right,
the
I'm just gonna
lines-
play
He should technically buy and sell that
as if
boomerang.
it was a normal run, because I can't, like, there's nothing I can
He'd
do
have
at
to
this
sell
point.
off for it. He's not going to. Yeah. He's not going to sell off to do it just for today. He's going to keep playing the game as is, which means he's going to go for the XP that doesn't
Mandala
change
into
today.
Arkansas.
Andy into cycling and weapons is also a right line. Should have picked up that weapon there. Oh no, he's out of money. He's completely out of money. Should sell nope, shouldn't sell Arca. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he is not going to get any more value out of the gumball machine because he doesn't have any money. He wasn't going to get any more value out of the piggy bank because he has no money. Goes to upgrade Signet Ring, not just for the extra hit points, but for
Probably
extra
gonna win
income
here.
tomorrow.
But maybe not.
Yeah, Pearl said she had the ring.
Either way, it was a fun tournament. Thank you, chat, for sticking with me. Yeah, I could have sold Jim, but I'm not technically dead. So, like, I'll still play if I lose here, I'll still play the next day and finish the run. So I didn't want to sell the Jim. I mean, it's probably not going to make a difference. So
Again, every freeze and slow landing on a spike shield doesn't matter. Closes it out. 4-10 wins in a row. 4-10 winners in a row. Unfortunately, getting 2 losses. The first loss still was eligible to win until, of course, Nazar closes out.
I'm not even submitting this one. It's less prestige than
Yeah, doesn't have to submit.
than the other runs. I don't even need to submit it.
Unmute
All right.
recap.
It was fun. I guess I got 3 wins though. I'm gonna get 5 gems. That's pretty good.
Let's see if we can get Walter on here.
Yeah.
to
Let me
talk.
unmute you.
You got 4 wins.
I did. Yeah, I got 4 wins.
4-10
Well,
winners
I'm not
in a row.
gonna. There's no point in reporting the last one. It's worse than the one that the second one, right? Or like I guess technically the third one.
Well, even though, can you hear me, Walter?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So even though you were had to do a concede on the first game because the game did not want to give you a single damage scaler, I think you actually improved your total rank with 4 consecutive 10 winners. So there's that.
Oh, I definitely improved at the beginning of this. I was like 3 something, and then I lost went to like 400. Yeah.
I know you haven't been playing a lot of rank.
No, I
runs,
haven't been
so.
playing a lot. No. Yeah.
But how do you feel, man? That was a rough loss. The second loss was just a rough board to go against.
To the Vanessa, yeah, it was like close. I mean, if I sold the gumball machine, put in the Piggle, and then maybe
then
crit
you
with
had
that second spike shield hit, and then I win. Maybe
and you had an 8% increased chance of winning the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like
I debated that every line.
that's how you get better, right?
I thought the hit points was
know.
worth the crit chance too. I was on board with you. But
Yeah,
it was a hard decision every time.
But it's like 2 things. Yeah, it's like 2 things, right? Because also taking the crit chance off means that I can keep Gumball Machine for longer. So it's like, I don't think it's the hit points are worth the crit straight up. What makes it worth it is the ability to keep the Gumball Machine and
keep your cycling going through the whole game. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The problem, and this is always the Silk problem, is you always have to debate today's power versus tomorrow's cycling, like tomorrow's power. That's rough.
Well, you saw in like the one game, I like ran out of money a day early. Like I don't know if I made a mistake or if I just like got less money than expected. I thought I was okay. I thought I was slightly under where I wanted to be, and then I ended up. I don't know. You saw we won anyway, but we just ran out of money at like one day too soon.
Yeah.
Because of how I sold stuff off, but I could have maybe done that better. Like I said, I don't think these are like my best played games because of my I was playing for speed,
Yeah, you also have the fourth wall. You're being watched. It's a little weird. I think, is this your first time playing with chat? Playing with the chat there?
I mean, I played Magic. I streamed Magic a long time ago.
Okay.
But so
first time on the Bazaar.
Yeah, I actually should have used the Claw and Silk avatar. I mean, the game kept giving me Silk in like the way.
Yeah,
You
in
know.
the way that it was just the correct line. Honestly,
Yeah.
in terms of the only pig line that can 10 win, like perfect win with any reasonable whatever, is Silk when you get like double, spike and claw or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can 10 win
Drum.
with like drum with like a weapon start, but that never happens.
Yeah, you never see. We didn't see drum at any shop in the whole thing. 947. Hey Yami, thanks for the first time chat. 10-8-10 here. Yeah, it was still a very incredibly impressive run. 2 perfect runs out of 4 completed games is nuts. On pig is nuts, man. That was actually really good and really fun to stream. So thank you so much for letting me bully you into this. It was a damn blast.
No, I mean, and thanks for everyone in the chat who watched. Like, it was super fun. I would be down to do this again if the tournament or whatever. It was sweet. I had a great time.
Yeah,
I'm a little exhausted,
Yeah, I think we'll let you go. But thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. That was a fun stream. We are going to turn this into a video and throw it up on the YouTube. I don't have much of my YouTube right now, but this whole run will be there. You can find the link to it there. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We're going to call it. Thank you so much, Walter. And congrats on your 5,000 gems, my friend.
Thank you. Add it to the pile.
Add it to the pile.
Thanks again. Thanks again, everyone. Bye.
All right, bye, Walter. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. That was a really fun one for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If we have another tournament in the future, we'll see if we'll do that too. But thanks for being here, and have a good one.